Alright, so let's begin. Welcome to the Bladesong Dynasty. This is episode 1 and I am absolutely excited to get started. In case you don't know what this is our new role-playing dynasty, recurring King of the Castle role-playing dynasty. Episode 1, as I said, we're going to be playing this for 3-4 months roughly, so 12 to 14 episodes. And yeah, we do a lot of lore building, role-playing. If you're new around here, definitely type !Discord in the chat and jump on the Discord, because that is where the real lore happens. Trust me, it's worth it. What is this dynasty? So in our role-playing dynasties, we change a little bit the premise of the game of King of the Castle to explore different themes and different social and political situations, you know, to try to create more lore and create interesting stories together. In this dynasty specifically, as I mentioned earlier, you can find all the relevant background either on our world Anvil, which you can find by typing !WA, or on Discord in the Kingdom Lore channel. There is a thread with all the info you may need. Just to give you a super quick intro, this dynasty focuses on personal deeds of the nobles, especially related to the 3 regional competitions, which are dueling for the south, jousting for the march, and arena fighting for the coast, and on the stories that arise from them. So the crown's history, the crown's story is going to be mostly background, and in-game events will be mostly prompts to spur adventures and creativity on your part. Of course, we're going to be playing, and we're going to be paying attention to what happens to the kingdom at large, but the protagonists in this dynasty are you. You are the protagonists, your stories are the protagonists, your duels, your jousts, the tournaments you host and organize, the ones you fight in, the disputes you resolve by killing each other in the arena, and the grand ballads and songs that you write on those victories, and the glory that you acquire. Yes, you are the protagonists. So in this dynasty, the crown won't meddle as much in individual nobles' affairs. I have a few rules on what happens when nobles try to ask for the king to intervene and adjudicate a matter. We're gonna get there whenever that happens. Yeah, nobles are expected to solve their own disputes and issues on their own, agreeing on some sort of competition like dueling or jousting. And to not ask for the crown's intervention. They can do it, of course, but the kingdom has very clear values, and the best nobles of the kingdom are considered to be self-sufficient, so never having to ask the crown to step in, are considered to have personal success, so winning most competitions, are considered to be ostentatious. It's very good to be ostentatious in this dynasty. So spending a lot of money to host beautiful events, beautiful jousting tournaments, beautiful arena fights, that's great. It's considered a positive value. And then undying glory is very highly valued. So inspiring songs that will outlive you who perform the deeds. So those are the main values of the dynasty. And one last thing is some cultural differences that the factions have in this dynasty compared to the base game is that grandees care more about dueling than about faith. There are going to be faithful, religious grandees, of course, but in this dynasty, grandees generally care more about dueling than about faith. Barons are militaristic. Yes, of course they are, but they are for jousting, not for war. They care more about jousting than they care about war. And patricians, contrarily to what normally is the case, don't make money just for money's sake, but to spend it on arena events. So patricians try to accumulate wealth to then spend it to organize beautiful, marvelous, ostentatious arena fights. Alright? Yeah, war is the hobby, jousting is the business. Exactly. It's a great way to put it. It's a great way to put it. So this is the general info you may need on this dynasty. Now that I gave you the 101, let's start officially with the first event, the coronation. Your Majesty, I've scheduled your coronation to take place in a week's time. Shouldn't I be giving the orders now? Of course, Your Majesty, but to delay any longer would make the nobles restless. And when nobles get restless, they take their daggers and look for the nearest bag. Very well, then what must I do? As is tradition, the council will decide what happens at your coronation. Yeah, let's get this over with then. Shall we call the nobles in? Alright. Dear nobles of the kingdom, this is the first vote of the dynasty. What shall it be? I'm just gonna let you vote here. Is it going to be hosting a lavish parade with jugglers and fountains of wine? Is it going to be force the commoners to swear a blood oath? Is it going to be throwing the king into the river? Or is it going to be nobles putting on a vast banquet for the king? Who, by the way, King Calimaco, rose to power by killing his own father in a duel. Just so you know who we're talking about here, King Calimaco, his father, the king, Harald III, was not a good king. It's just, you know, very average, kind of like the official lore matters and is valid for this case. You know, he got to drinking, overly drinking. He became a little bit of an alcoholic or something similar. But, you know, just constantly not a good king. And at some point, King Calimaco decided, you know what? I could be doing a better job than you at ruling the kingdom. This kingdom needs a better ruler. We need solutions to problems. We don't need to be, we're wasting time with you. I challenge you to a duel. I challenge you to a duel to show that I am the better king. They fought, and Calimaco killed his father, which is completely accepted in this setting, by the way. It's not king, it is kinslaying, but it's kinslaying. It's good. It's good because it was right. It was right to do. So Calimaco is actually very popular right now because he is the first king in the history of the kingdom to gain power through a competition. All right, this is a very close vote. I gotta be counting down from 5 and let you vote because you made king vanquishing. You may tie this vote or overturn it entirely. We have 18 to 17, counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. 19 to 17. The river wins. It is decided the king will be thrown in the river, which actually, you know, this shows that the nobles recognize the king's authority. You know, the legitimacy. Let me get changed out of my nice robes. The nobles pick you up and carry you out to the Treadwater River, hurling you into the shallow water with a cheer. When you climb back up the banks, soaking wet, the Chancellor steps forward and places the crown upon your head. Is it your imagination, or are some of the nobles stifling giggles? All right. Let's continue with the council introduction and see who we get introduced to. Oh, by the way, have you noticed that the Chancellor now has a name? I don't know if you noticed that, but that's a little change that our lovely mod team decided to apply to the game. What name? Holy shit. Does everyone have a name now? I don't know if everybody. You're gonna have to wait and find out. The mod team as in the mods. Oswin. Yeah. Oswin. Yeah. Yeah. The Chancellor has a name. Oh, I'm so happy for them. Yeah. Does Oswin have a life expectancy now? No, just like the nobles. Don't ever duel the man. Yeah, the Chancellor has a name. Well, I'm sure you can do it too, Uzurdu, then. Alright. Now that you're the king, your first duty is to meet with the Council of Nobles. I want more names? Well, you may be, you know, you may be... I don't know the English word for the verb I'm thinking, so... There you go, you may be. Your nobles hail from all across the kingdom, the wealthy coast, the scorching south, and of course the bleak march. Let's start with the patricians of the coast. A pleasure, your serene highness. I hope to see our kingdom prosper and grow wealthy under your reign. Lord Patrician Cypherius, you look unamused, but I'm glad to see you, and you look pretty cool. Grandees of the south, we have Lemon Square. May the ninth god bless your reign, your highness. I trust you will conduct yourself with honor and faith. You gotta be making some songs on me, huh? And then we have the Barons of the March. Bomb viewer, hello. Hail and well met, your majesty. Under your leadership, we'll whip this kingdom into shape. I have a feeling that we're gonna be seeing in a very drastic amount of scars in this dynasty, you know. Shiny Clerks, welcome back. How you doing? The council hall immediately fills with raised voices as the nobles argue with each other and demand your favor. You sigh and sit back. Is this what the council is like? No wonder your father told you to avoid the throne at all costs. And finally, the path to victory. His cars are the trend in the kingdom right now, yeah. Oh, look at that. Look at the Spy Master. Is there a copy of the Jousting Dueling Arena rules? Right now, only on the VOD from yesterday, but I'm gonna be posting the rules tomorrow. I was supposed to do it today, but I came back home from work and I just fell asleep because I was dead tired. And I woke up at past 7 PM, so I didn't have time to do it. But I'm gonna be taking care of it tomorrow and posting the document on Discord. Depends on how you rule the kingdom? Good, good. So we have Spy Master Ismay. Yeah, it's May. No, it's June. It's June. The stream will be put into a document. What I went over yesterday is going to be put into a document and posted on Discord. So the rules of the competitions. Alright. Your Majesty. When you die, how do you hope the kingdom will remember you? I think it might be Golden Age, right? Given the premise. I think it might be Golden Age, yeah. Authority, I think it might be Golden Age. I think it might be Golden Age, because his whole thing was, I can do a better job than you. I can make this kingdom prosper better than what you're doing right now. So it's going to be the Golden Age. A lofty goal indeed. I suggest over the next few years you focus on improving the kingdom's overall trade as much as possible. Once you have an heir, I will return to discuss how your ambition is progressing. Good luck, your majesty. Quick question, how does it feel to not vote for the ambition? After what we did with Chain Pact. Huh? How does it feel? Good, weird as fuck. So swift, so efficient. It does feel weird, right? It does feel weird to me in some regard. Right? Like not stopping and being like, okay, here is your things. I was never in Chain Pact, so I don't know. Yeah, of course. This is for the people who played the previous dynasty. Yeah, no. That was aimed at the people who played Chain Pact. Ruler for the culture of this dynasty? I hope so. That feels normal. No anthem feels far stranger, right? Yeah, that's true. So, let's move on to the schemes. Linde of the Liverpool Mayowen bloodline Powerful marcher equestrian. Equestrian, you say? With the jousting region? Who would have thought? Stand before a blazing hearth, yelling at full volume. You know, Linda looks like they're up to no good. No, of course, Kitty, of course. No. Of course you can rewatch. You can do whatever you want. When have the barons of the march back down from a fight? Never! I know you'll do whatever it takes to put me, your rightful monarch, on the throne. Alright, barons of the march. What do you want to do to overthrow King Calimaco? Do you want to use sorcery and ask for the help of a wizard trying to raise authority? Do you want to use subterfuge trying to lower stability? Or do you want to use intimidation? Do you want to intimidate the king and trying to raise stability? Let me see what Darth Van Doom is saying there. Only their former ritualized murder is civilized enough to decide the fate of millions. Of course, Kitty, have fun. Alright. Looks like it's gonna be C. Looks like intimidation. You know, it makes sense. It makes sense that it's intimidation. Alright, let's go. The barons plan to hold the king hostage in his own palace. First, they must lull the spy master into a false sense of security. To advance their scheme, the barons must raise stability to 5 or more in 4 seasons. Grandies, Zane! Oh my god, Zane is so cute. Of the Maito Nova lineage, legendary southern vintner, stands bathed in sunshine, speaking softly. A false pretender occupies my throne, while my claim is ignored. Grandies of the south, this is a stain on our honor. We must not allow it to go unanswered. Vintner, really? Grandies of the south, what do you want to do? Do you want to start an uprising trying to raise the treasury? Do you want to start a witch hunt trying to get the highest faith? Or do you want to get the king excommunicated trying to lower stability? It's always Maito. What was I wanted to do something. Okay. I don't know who this is. Alright, this is close. This is closer. The Grandies are more divided here. I can see some uprising or some witch hunt. We have 6 to 9 currently. So we're going to be counting down from 5 and let you vote. If you are a Grandie and you have not voted, vote now, because this could still be tied. It's 6 to 11, so maybe a little less now. But vote now, Grandie. Counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Boom. Witch hunt it is. There's all sorts of heresy in the capital, and the Grandies intend to expose it. First, they must ensure the south is beyond reproach. So basically, they're trying to use the religious angle to disprove Calimaco, right? Saying something like, oh yeah, the duel was not regular. To advance their scheme, the Grandies must be the region with the highest faith in 3 seasons, right? So they right now, by getting the highest faith, they're trying to acquire the right to say we know better if a duel is correctly executed, right? And once they get that, they want to discredit the duel. Yeah, right? Say not a legit duel. The duel was not officiated. Exactly, something like that. Cool stuff. It is 9th theism, but it is still in the framework of the duels. Merc the Knife, hello and welcome, and thank you for joining. How are you doing? Herona, clearly unhappy. Of the Thrifty Tokens family, sinister business mogul scribbles with a well-used quill on a hardwood desk, muttering in frustration. Fellow patricians of the coast, my claim to the throne is far more legitimate than that of King Calimaco. Something must be done. Patricians of the coast, what do you want to do? Do you want to try to find a doppelganger, trying to lower your own defiance? Do you want to start a conspiracy trying to lower the treasury? Or do you want to spread corruption trying to lower authority. Sparse corruption, first to vote. Of course, I know where you're voting. Of course. Wow, the patricians are very split. I wonder if this is gonna have repercussions on the game too, you know, where one region is very clear on their intents and the others are not, and that helps them, you know, coordinate on votes. All right, looks like it's gonna be doppelganger. If you're a patrician and you have not voted, I'm gonna be counting, like, vote now. I'm gonna be counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. It is going to be doppelganger. Yeah, they agree the king is good, but they want more power of the king. That makes sense. The patricians plan to swap the real king for a perfect doppelganger. First, they must gain the trust of the spy master. To advance their scheme, they must keep defiance at 4 or less in 4 seasons. Okay. And we have... Wait, what's that? Chiwadesu, thank you so much for the follow. Happy to see you. Just gonna acquire funny animals and promote duelist culture. We have an embittered step-sibling, a distant cousin, and a false pretender. Interesting stuff. Alright. A step-sibling, huh? Okay. So... I think it's gonna be the gamble. Yeah. Horizon to rule, thank you so much for the follow. Oh my, what in the what? Holy crap! Holy shit! Chiatesu, hello and welcome. Thank you so much for the raid. Holy crap, welcome everyone. Hello everyone. That's a lot of people. Hi. Thank you so much, Chiatesu. How you doing? We're playing the game. I am MrKaji, everyone. Thank you so much for the follow, everyone. There's too many of you. I cannot keep track. Hi, I'm MrKaji, and this is basically what I do. I mostly play King of the Castle, in case you know the game, right? Oh, you played the game and Bark won. That's awesome. So yeah, if you enjoyed this game, I basically only play this game. I played every Wednesday, and tonight we're just starting. This is episode 1 of a new recurring role-playing dynasty. So this is episode 1 of a dynasty that we're going to be playing for 3 to 4 months, so 12 to 14 episodes, and it's very focused on role-playing and lore building. So yeah, I created a little premise for y'all, for the community, that changes a little bit the political and the social background for the game, and yeah, we do a lot of role playing. We do a lot of role playing and lore building for this. I'm glad you think it's cool, Jayworth and Chiwadesu too. Yeah, the whole community is all about lore writing, lore building, world building. The best place to take a look at what we're doing there is just heading over to the Discord. That's gonna give you an idea of what I really mean by lore. People have been writing pages upon pages of lore. Yeah, this is the perfect time to join. Absolutely, like we just started. We literally just started. So yeah, if you want to join, this is the time. Yeah. I'm gonna give you a quick intro to the before we start playing again. I'm gonna give you a quick intro of the premise, basically, of the theme of this dynasty. But yeah, we play this every Wednesday. Then on Mondays, when I can stream on Mondays, we play mods, because the community, some people in the community work on some little mods for the game. So we try to do that as well, and we showcase some mods. So I have one ready that I want to test. That next Monday next time I have a free Monday, we're gonna be using. One of the more popular that we've been using in the past is the 5 region mod. So There's a mod that allows us to play with all 5 regions. Yeah, some people in the community are developing some small mods. They're not super stable, they're kind of wonky, but the game is playable, it doesn't crash, so we keep playing them. The 5 region mod is one of my favorites, it's super cool, and we might play that again in the future. So if you want to play a super chaotic game with 5 regions at a time, stick around. It's super cool. It's super cool. It's really unbalanced because the game is not made for 5 regions, but it's incredibly cool to have all 5. And then there are some others that we're going to be testing, and I'm not going to spoil for you. And then there's one more thing that we're doing in this, currently on Fridays. We're doing a little playtest of a thing that I'm trying out. Basically, we're taking some elements from a tabletop RPG, some rules from a tabletop RPG, and some rules from the board game Diplomacy, in case you know it. We're mixing them up with King of the Castle lore, and basically I am assigning. We created some factions steeped in King of the Castle lore, and I am assigning those factions to people in the community. And then we're playing an asynchronous diplomacy game where people send me orders over the course of the week in private on Discord. Nobody knows what the other players are doing, and then on Friday nights we resolve those orders, move troops on a map, and record everything on some spreadsheets and see what happens. And currently we're playtesting it with just a few people in the community, but my idea in the upcoming few months is to expand it to the whole community. So if that sounds like a fun thing, that may be one more reason to stick around. So yeah, that's pretty much all we do around here. I'm glad you stumbled upon us. Thank you so much for sending your community around here. God, I forgot your name already. Desu, Chio Desu. Thank you so much. I used to do this, but Mafia style. Oh yeah, that's cool. Really time consuming. The way I'm gonna be doing it is basically assigning factions to multiple people. So you're not gonna be if you join that, you won't be the only person to have to take care of the whole faction. There's gonna be 5, 10, 20, 30 people taking care of a faction, so not as time consuming. I love asynchronous games like Dominoes or Diplomacy. Hell yeah. Then definitely come back on Friday. I mean, for you, yeah, it is a little bit time consuming. Yes, that's true. Like, it takes me several hours a week, but it's something that I think it's super cool, and it has a lot of potential for, also for creating role playing. Because you start from some rules and then you create roleplay opportunities. So I want to keep doing it. Yeah, definitely. Being the conduit for the messages and people can take a while. My idea is, let's say we have 8 factions. I'm going to have 1 representative from each faction, and I'm only going to interface with them. So actually, it's only going to be 8 people for me. Like, I have it planned out. Currently, I'm finishing a playtest to see the feasibility of it on a stream. It's been going well so far. We have a few episodes left. The playtest is going to end at the end of June, and then after that, I'm going to start planning the next one. That's also going to be King of the Castle themed. So yeah. Make sure to warn people in advance to start new orders instead of editing the orders. Already did. That is like one of the first rules that I made super clear. Yeah, I don't want people changing their orders after the deadline. Yeah. All right. With all that said, I think you got a good impression of a good idea of who I am, what I do here. I love role playing. I love lore building. I love having fun. I'm a loud guy, so. Thank you so much for following. There's too many of you. I cannot thank you all individually, so just big thank you for the follows. And thank you for joining the game, too. So I would say, let's go back to the game. Since we're just started, I'm going to give you a super quick intro to what we're doing. I'm going to be redirecting you to... Vaspir, can you post the link in chat again, please, to the background info? Basically, the premise of this dynasty, you can find it we have a World Anvil page. It's in case you know World Anvil, where we post all the lore that, like, a bunch of people in the community write lore for their noble house, and then they can submit it on the Discord, and then we upload it on our World Anvil, so it's beautifully displayed for everybody to see. And one of the things that we have, Nunder, I can tell you what faction you are. Wait, super quick. You are Baron. What was I saying? Oh yeah, one of the things, if you head over to the link that Wishlurks just posted, there's a Getting Started article on the World Anvil that has all the background info that you need to roleplay in this dynasty. So that's a great place to go to read everything. To give you the 30 seconds intro, this kingdom, this dynasty revolves around personal deeds. Personal deeds and personal glory, especially acquired by winning regional contests like duels, jousts, and arena fighting, and fights in the gladiatorial fights in the arena. And it focuses also on the songs and ballads that are inspired by those victories and those adventures. In this kingdom, the dueling, jousting, and arena fights are almost like a justice system. So the nobles are very independent. The kingdom, the crown, gives them a lot of autonomy in resolving their own disputes against each other. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So everybody's really focused on these regional competitions. One cool thing is that I designed 3 systems that allow you to roleplay dueling, jousting, and arena fights on Discord. So I developed some rules, and I designed some rules and some mechanics for you to play those things on Discord. I need to edit the rules. I showcased them yesterday, so there's a VOD available, but I'm going to be posting them tomorrow on Discord so that y'all can see them and hopefully do that too. So the idea is personal deeds, autonomy, being ostentatious and spending money to organize beautiful tournaments is also something that is very highly valued, and just being glorious and winning contests. That's the general concept. There's more to it, but I invite you to take a look at the link in chat with the background info to learn more. With that said, we have reached the stunning amount of 80 nobles. I would say we can keep going. King Calimaco here is going to pick Royal Gamble because King Calimaco likes to gamble. Right? I would remind you that King Calimaco rose to power by killing his own father in a duel. He challenged his drunkard father, King Harald III, to a duel, saying, I could be a better ruler than you, I challenge you. And he just killed his own father. Wait, did we get... Oh my god, we got just jousted immediately. Hell yeah, the game knows! The game freaking knows. The game freaking knows. We got the jousting tournament. This is beautiful. This is so beautiful. So let's do the baby first. And then we're gonna do the jousting tournament. Let's do the baby first. The game knows. Hail, Your Highness, Nuclear Diamond, who looks like a... This looks to me like a City Hall employee who's just tired of his own job. Hail, Your Highness, some fine news from my peasants in the Marsh. A baby has been born on your birthday, bearing a birthmark in the shape of the number 9. A fantastic omen. Perhaps we should mark the occasion. Okay, what can we do with that? So I try to roleplay my monarchs, by the way. So I don't in this dynasty I don't try to win. I don't care about trying to win. I will make bad decisions, poor decisions, for the sake of roleplay. I encourage you to do the same, because I think it's more fun, but you don't have to if you don't want to. No, the peasant brats thing is not. I don't think that's I think the Monarch would probably just send his blessings, you know, a quick thing, a quick solution here. You know, not paying too much attention to it, but not ignoring it either. Truly a king worth following. He's not afraid to get his hands dirty, but he's civilized about it. The best of all, he understands the value of the true faith. He does. He does indeed. Bringing another Calimaco into the world deserves a reward. Right? It does. Yeah, I say give a blessing and move on. I agree. Alright, it looks like you want me to spend some money. Oh, look at the Barons. Wow. The Barons are very compact on this. Cool stuff. Well, then let's go. Let's go. Looks like it's about to be that. 24 to 14. Yeah, it looks pretty decided. I would say let's go. 25 to 14, yeah. This is done. Gift the parents a bounty of jewels and fine wine. Oh, huzzah! Cheers, my liege. The common folk will appreciate your generosity. There is another matter. They ask permission to name the baby after you. What do you think, your highness? The more Calimacos, the better. Huzzah! I'll have my housekeeper give them the good news. Baron the Nuclear Diamond hurries away. A child of the marsh named for you. Who knows what sort of person this baby will become? A killer, for sure. 100% a killer. A baron who loves his wine? That's a good combination. You can only hope you're around to see it. Alright. Well, that said, let's get to important matters here. Not peasant brats. Jousting tournament. Hell yeah! Hell yeah. Your Majesty, the Barons of the March have invited you to a jousting tournament. How delightfully rustic. Oh, and by the way, yeah, you may notice that the beautiful mod team that we have also decided to give names to the advisors. So the Chancellor now has a name, and it's called Chancellor Oswin. So Barons of the March have invited you to a jousting tournament. How delightfully rustic. So what would Calimaco do here? Would Calimaco compete, or would Calimaco attend and support a knight? I think Calimaco would support a knight here, you know? Yeah, I don't think he would feel the need to compete. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. I think it would be supporting. Because, like, yeah. It would show support of jousting. Let's do it. I'd love to attend and support a knight. The Chancellor inclines their head politely. It wouldn't be my ideal day out, Your Majesty, but I'm sure you will have a marvelous time. Okay, thank you. Jousting is for some barons. Yeah, that's part of the reason, right? Honor Guard. One evening, you're sitting up in bed reading some paperwork when a filth-encrusted peasant wanders into your bedchamber, as bold as brass. Hello, you match. Glad I finally found you. This bloody place is a maze. Mind if I take a seat? I think we do mind. I think I do mind. Yes, I do mind. I'll stand there, no problem. Listen, I've got a bloody great idea for you. What if we chop the legs off horses and replace them with wheels? Boom! Faster transport. It's Johnny Horse Wheels. Yeah, it's Johnny. it's absolutely Johnny. Yeah, we have names for the peasants here at the start. Yeah, Johnny Horse Wheel is back. Not Johnny Horse Wheels? What was it then? Oh, it is Johnny Horse Wheels, right? This guy's going places. Before the peasant can explain further, your marshal bursts into the bedchamber, sword drawn. Your Majesty, I'm sorry. Sorry I didn't come sooner. I have no idea where the Palace Watch are. Do you want me to kill this intruder? Well, I don't think we need to kill him. I don't think we need to kill him. He's inoffensive. Finally, this is somewhat theme relevant. Is it though? We must adore the brave blesser of our dear peasant. No. Oh yeah, and by the way, we have Marshal Leonin. It's a cool name, yeah. Leonin. Is it Leonine or is it Leonin? I would say Leonin, right? It is a matter of improving jousting, is it not? It would be in the mind of the peasant, except the peasant is going to be kicked out. Calimaco is not going to just, you know, bloody a carpet here. Arms behind your back, scumbag. The peasant is dragged from your bedchamber, still babbling about horse wheels. When the marshal returns, she looks grim. If one thing's clear from this mess, it's that you need an honor guard who can actually keep you safe. Not like that pathetic watch. Think carefully, your majesty. These guards' loyalties will be divided between you and their region. Of course, you could just hire foreign mercenaries that'd be loyal to Coin above all. Teach these ruffians some respect. It's alright. Leonin? So it's, okay, so it's Leonin, right? Thank you, Chara. So... veterans, gladiators, battle nuns. Oh, this is actually super close. Thematically. Does he need an honor guard since he's a good duelist? Oh, that's a great point. That is such a great point. He probably wouldn't. You're right. I don't think he would take an honor guard. The nuns would be best, they wouldn't doubt your dual legitimacy. That's a good point. But I think... Leonine. Oh, Leonine, okay. Yeah, he's a great duelist, so I don't need an honor guard. Leonine, but as a name, it's whatever Leonin wants it to be. Okay, that's a good point. Yeah, I can defend myself. The honor guard is about honor, your majesty. Ah, that's also a good point, though. You know? Yeah. You're not wrong there. Your majesty must protest in the strongest possible terms. The nobles will consider this an insult to their warrior's prowess. There you go, yeah. Yeah, this is a convincing argument. Yeah, this is a convincing argument. And more importantly, without an honor guard, you're totally unprotected. Is your life worth so little to you? You're right, I've changed your mind. The idea of making the nobles angry about that, nah, that's not something that we want to do. The Calimaco would respect that. So... I think it might be the nuns, you know? I think it might be the nuns. Yeah, Calimaco has southern origins. I think it might be nuns. Yeah, let's do nuns. I will make the arrangements at once. The battle nuns arrive in the palace a few weeks later. They nod to you silently, their sullen steel masks betraying nothing, before filing into formation behind your throne. Let's go. Auction time, everyone! Auction time. Exclamation mark fund, followed by the letter of the building you want to fund, followed by the amount of money you want to spend. Here's your opportunity to fund a building. Your options are raising stability with the library by voting A, lowering faith for the barons with an observatory by voting B, raising faith for the grandees with a cathedral by voting C, raising trade for the grandees with a grand bazaar by voting D, raising authority with a monument by voting E, and lowering stability with a prison by voting F. What do you want to do? I think so too, Morgrim, yeah. What do you want to do? I'm gonna let you know in chat when there's 20 seconds left, which is now, and then 10 seconds left too. Which is going to be now. So vote, 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 vote. Oh my god, look at the patricians spending the money. Look at the bats. Oh my god, sneaking in. E and F were about to be funded, but then somebody snuck in and managed to fund the library at the very last second. Good job. Of course you do love spending your money. That's how it should be. I see too many nobles with 1,000 gold here. Spending your money is highly, highly valued in this culture. So we have Liverpool and Northwind spending. Let me actually write down who funds stuff. Funders. We have Liverpool and North and Amy. All right. Because I'm gonna keep track of these a little bit, because if you spend a lot of money and you're regularly first, you know, that's gonna give you a lot of prestige. All right. So, favorite competitor, finding a spouse, and a plague of rats. I would say, let's start with the most important thing, right? The joust. Even more important than a marriage. The barons have assembled upon a jousting field, watching from tall stands. The place is buzzing with excitement. Welcome, one and all. We have a most thrilling guest today. Mirth and I, thank you. Thank you for the welcome. Cheering erupts and the nobles stamp so hard that the stamps tremble. Marriage? No. Yeah, no. Your Majesty, the highest ranked knights of the tournament are applying for your favor. First is Baron Komori Kitsune the Cunning, who won every bout last year. Some claim that he cheated, but surely they're just jealous. Okay. Got distracted by the GRP, no worries. Second is Baron Kitty Cathy. No one thought they would succeed this year, but they obviously trained hard. People's calling them the underdog. Last is Lady Patricia Selene Barrow with the interloper. Selene, you're competing in Joust? Selene, by the way, he's a herbalist in the lore. A surprise foreign contestant, but she qualified nonetheless. So, Your Highness, who will you favor in medical records? Yeah, why is the apothecary here? You know what? Komari won every bout last year. It's a misunderstanding. I'm here as a medic. Get on the horse. Is it the underdog or the cunning? Because, you know, I wrote only one thing for Calimaco. It's not really traits this time around. But Calimaco's motto is, the worthy shall rise. So I think it's the underdog. You beckon them forward and affix the ribbon to their chest. The crowd cheers as they rise to the starting post. Get on the fucking horse, Shinji, yes. Yeah, underdog it is. We're gonna be nodding austerely, because we're that kind of guy. Kitty Cathy looks a bit worried, but bows again. The bout begins. Lady Patricia and Selena Bear is their first opponent. Their horses stamp as the two jousters glare at each other across the field. Have at you! The jousters... Oh my god, it's a win! The jousters gallop towards each other. Kitty Cathy's lance catches Selena Bear in the shoulder, but does not unseat her. But she's weakened. On Kitty Cathy's next charge, they hit Selena Bear right in the chest. The horse stumbles, then throws her into a heap in the dust. Kitty Cathy wins the day, claims a hefty cash prize, and is on track to win the entire Justin Championship. The worthy shall rise, indeed. Big clap for Kitty Cathy here. Yeah, like if Kitty Cathy had lost to Selena Barrow, to the medic, not great, not a great show. So now let's get to the less important things like marriage, like getting a spouse. In the twisty passages of your castle, you can avoid your advisors, the nobles, even the spymaster. But there's one person you can't avoid. Your mother. Remember how we changed the advisors? Have a little surprise for you too. Look at this! Look at this! Queen Mother Isabella of the Grandies of the South. How does that look? Yeah, she's a Grandie. I told you Calimaco had Grandie heritage. I told you. Just like Queen Isabella, exactly. Isn't this super cool? This is how we roll around here. No, Amy, come on. This is not civilization. Oh, the king is a Grandie. Oh, no. Oh, no. The king is a Grandie. That's Shadul? Probably. Yeah. Let's go. Why haven't you found a spouse yet? It's been almost a year. Look at the... I love that. But my dear Grandies, I love you. Paying respect to the Queen Mother. I love y'all. You're so cool. So many swords and scars hidden under that dress, right? Is it really that urgent? Of course, don't worry, I'll take the liberty of finding eligible candidates. What is your preference, men, women, or do you not mind? Well, you know, it's Pride Month, so it's pretty clear to me. It's men. Excellent, I'll send out messengers to the most influential noble families in the kingdom. Let's see what they have to offer. Happy Pride Month. Of course it's meant for Pride. Hell, I didn't even have to think about that. The worthy shall rise into my bed. Oh, today is our visibility day? I didn't know. Awesome. Yeah, happy Pride and our visibility day then. Thank you for the reminder, Astral. Thank you. I actually have a calendar with all like LGBTQ. I will show you, but there's personal stuff noted on it. But I have this super cool calendar that a local LGBTQ IA Plus community does every year. It's a gaming. It's that gaming association which events I attend. They started making a calendar that has everything noted on it. It's super cool. And next one is Ace Visibility Day. Awesome. Oh yeah, there you go, Chara. Alright, let's go. A Plague of Rats. Let's see what happens here. Who do we have? Grandie, UI Terror. Welcome, UI Terror. Happy to have you. UI Terror strides into the council chambers, distraught, waving a dead rat by its tail. The fields and barns of the south are overrun by vermin, and with no more poison for those horrible things, we can't cope anymore. UI Terror, you have a scar here. This is so perfect. You know, like, this is a dueling scar that the king has. A lot of our nobles have some dueling scars, fighting scars due to the setting. This might be a coincidence, but it's perfect. Alright, let's see how we solve this. I mean, no, this is a regional issue, so I'm going to veto this. Because as I mentioned earlier, in this reign, in this dynasty, the king has a higher authority on the kingdom at large and on the regions, but the nobles are more independent in dealing with their own disputes, personal disputes, and interpersonal disputes. So yeah, we're going to be choosing one of these solutions, but we will provide a solution for sure. Yeah, there you go. I think poison could be enough. But yeah. I'll let you vote. Cat rat duel, let's go. It's actually very smart. You want the little beasties to duel? It's a kind of an unfair duel, you know? Yeah, vermins, they're vermins, you know? They have no honor. So we could poison them. UI Tara, thank you so much for the follow. Happy to have you with us tonight. Thank you, Mr. Dragon. Take care. Alright, it looks like it's gonna be cats. Of course. Let's go. But we support their underdogs, which means we want the rats to win. Send them a shipment of cats. Grandy UI Terror bows to you deeply. I can't thank you enough, Your Highness. You send a caravan of cats over the south. By the time they reach their destination, they're both hungry and very angry. The perfect rat-catching mindset. Let's see what happens. And it's a success! Soon the rats are gone, and most households in the south have a very satisfied cat guarding their food. You hope kittens don't become a problem. I don't want to have to send dogs. Yeah, no worries, Mr. D. Alright, and that was our season. Oh! Oh, look at that. I think we're gonna stick with the common tax here. The kingdom is stable enough to allow that. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. No, we're not gonna cruel tax the patricians, so we're good. Yeah, basically the patricians got some pets, you know? A new trend? Oh my god, no. And a new petition. Let's start with the trend. Let's start with the trend first. Lady Patrician Amy is here to see you, Your Majesty. She wants to sell you a crab. Amy? A what? It's the latest trend along the coast, Your Majesty. The patricians have started keeping a species of jeweled crab as a fashionable pet. The creatures are so rare that one can now sell for as much as a mansion. I kind of want to say I don't want to waste my time with this. Yeah, I don't, and don't waste my time with this. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to be doing. You know? Yeah, this looks like a typical noble thing, you know? I definitely don't want a crab, no. Oh yeah, also Treasure Denise, by the way. In case you hadn't noticed that. I don't think Calimaco really, like, I think Calimaco sees this as a noble thing, you know? A thing that nobles do among each other, but doesn't really regard the king. So yeah, let's go. Let's send her away. Crabs, honestly, what is this kingdom coming to? Yeah, like probably thinks, oh, this is one of those things that my father would have allowed. You know? Would have cared about. I'm not like him though. Denise is pretty cool treasure name, yeah. Alright, let's go to the more serious matters right now. So, petitions. Trapped by the 7th god. Kitty Cathy! My Justin victories have made me famous all across the march. In fact, the people of my hometown, Kellenberg, want to build a statue in my honor. You'll donate to the project, won't you? Okay. Let's see here. We can build a statue for Baron Kitty Cathy. We can put them to work training Marsha's troops instead. No. Justin is tiresome now? No! No. No. No, 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 no. I mean, we're gonna build a statue, right? We're gonna be celebrating people. Why would you say B? No. We remember when we said we care about songs and ballads and the stories that winds elicit and allow us to create? I think it's gonna be the statue, for sure. I think it's gonna be the statue for sure. Should the crown be the one paying for this, though? I mean, that is a good point. But it's propaganda, right? It's the monarch saying, see, this is the kind of champions that will arise in the kingdom while I reign over it. You know? I saw a glimpse in their eyes that day at the joust, and I knew that they would be winning. And I know that the champions in our kingdom are going to be like this. You know, it's creating a mythos, basically. When was it last time we saw the triple box? Some time ago, I don't remember, but yeah. 2 months, probably. Alright, looks like it's gonna be A. Exactly, it reflects well on him too, right? Build a statue. The people of Calimaco rejoice as visitors flock to admire the shiny new statue of their favorite jouster. See? Meanwhile, the jousting fight whips up to a frenzy all across the kingdom. I have a feeling I know where this is going. And I don't mind. Rowing will be the new jousting. I don't think so. I hope not. Should we tax the kingdoms that perform bad? No. I would say that losing is a bad punishment enough. Let's choose a spouse here. I have found 3 potential matches for you, 1 eligible young man from each of the kingdom's 3 regions. Choose wisely, you'll be securing a powerful alliance. Yes, I know. From that leads to the Great Hall, where she's arranged 3 portraits on easels. For now, each is covered by a cloth. How do I get to meet them? There's no time for sentiment, you just need a match that befits your station and suits your political needs. She whisks away the cloth from the first portrait. Who's very antithetical. But why not participate in jousting yourself? Doesn't feel the need to. Didn't feel the need to. First of all, Grandee heritage and not Baron. 2, I was invited to attend, not to participate. 3, I don't want to be the utmost protagonist of everything. You know, I just won a duel up against my own father. I don't want to show people that I'm just, you know, just to present a different aspect of himself. Not just a fighter, but also a competent ruler. She whisks away the cloth from the first portrait. From the coast, we have Quintus, the wealthy heir to Lord Patrician Noghorn's estate. Noghorn? I mean, just look at him. He's gorgeous, and apparently he's got a silver tongue too, and he's also a little bit pissed off. Yeah, I have nothing to prove, exactly. Let other competitors do it. Quintus. His interests are typical of the coast, money, and making more of it. He's said to be led by his passions, living in the moment with no thought for his reputation. With no thought for his reputation? Nope! From the south, Pasqualo. This is really funny to me, because in Italian we have a very similar name, which is Pasquale. Pasqualo sounds like a silly Italianish name. The eldest son of the Typhal Viper lineage. He's reputed to have an ego the size of the sun, but there's nothing wrong with confidence, right? Like many in the south, he claims to put his faith of the ninth god above all worldly concerns. Despite that, though, he's said to have collected it since, like a soldier collects medals. Don't like the look of him. And finally, we have the March's offering, Leopold. Oh my god, he's actually hot. Sign of the prestigious Hina the Weeb bloodline. The barons all seem a little scared of him, though I can't work out why. Hina the Weeb, hi and welcome. Unlike most barons, he's got no patience for hunting, prefers to spend his time in an armchair with a good book. He tried to write a memoir once, but it was unreadable rubbish. Sounds like a laugh. Maybe he writes poetry? I don't know. I'm gonna take a look at them again. Quintus. Wealthy. Gorgeous silver tongue. Money. No thought for his reputation. Nope. Pasqualo said, Egos has a son. Faith above all worldly concerns. Collecting sins. I think it might be the March. Yeah, they're all lackluster, yeah. Likes reading, can't write a song to save his life. I think it's a Barons though. A little scared of him. I'm intrigued. No hunting, good book. I think it's gonna be him, just because he's pretty hot. Yeah, the one out. Yeah, let's go. It's gonna be Leopold of the March. Excellent. I'll make the arrangements. Let's go. Maj, thanks so much for joining and welcome. End of the season. In a picturesque castle overlooking the southern city of Kovana, two grandees lie back to enjoy the sun. Praise be, whispers of our plan have reached the peasants, and they are in an uproar. The call for the sins of the king to be laid bare. Skeletal recognition, of course, scheming. I already have leads on information from inside the palace that we can use against the king. It's only a matter of time. We have the High Inquisitor on our side, but we must also sow dissent among the other regions. We won't succeed alone. For the next stage of their scheme, the Grandees must raise other regions' defiance to a combined total of at least 8. Yeah, he don't hunt, but look at him, he is gorgeous. Bye, user. Oh, another thing here. It might be Golden Choice. I think it might be Golden Choice, with the idea of using it very sparingly. Oh, that's actually such a great point. That's like financing tournaments. Oh my god, yes. I want to finance all the tournaments. Yes. So we have Royal Wedding, Stargazing, and Jousting Fever. I would say let's do Stargazing first, and then we do Jousting Fever, and then the Wedding. Marley with the Veil. This simply can't go on, Your Majesty. These arch-buffins think they know everything, but they know nothing of the Ninth God's wrath. Tell me more, Marley. Tell me more. Please, Your Majesty, we found a perfect site for an observatory. High in the southern hills, but it's on Grandee Marleytine's lands, and she refuses to let us build there. Such things are a heresy. The stars are just as big and close as the Ninth God intended. Who put you up to this idea, I bet it was one of those barons like David McBrien. Okay. So the options are construct the observatory, find a different site for the observatory, forbid the construction of the observatory, and forbid construction and investigate the scholars' funding. I think it's going to be probably just constructed, right? It's either just constructed or find a different site, I would say. Are we frogging? We frogging? I don't know. We don't need to. A little bit seems to be getting better. I think I'm back. Awesome, awesome, fantastic. So I think it's either construct the observatory or find a different site. I don't think I want to go ham and investigate and forbid the construction. I don't particularly care. I'm gonna let you vote on this one. I'm just gonna let you vote. What's frogging? Frogging is when the stream lags, so it's when the stream is effing. In around here, we call it frogging because of some events in King of the Castle. From north to south with lagging. I'm gonna try something. But actually, this is wait. Let me see. Yeah, this is not on my end. This is Twitch. It usually goes away. It goes away in a couple minutes, so don't worry. Within a couple minutes, so it could be at any moment now. All right, it looks pretty decided to me. It's gonna be construct the observatory, so let's go. 21 to 6. Boom. Construct the observatory, and it's a failure. Construction goes ahead despite Grandee Marley's misgivings, which are soon validated. A gang of local peasants, emboldened by religious zeal, storms the observatory and burns it down before it's even finished. Marley's inability to find the perpetrators is very convenient, but you can't prove anything. Wow. Okay. No telescope for the south. Yeah, rip the observatory. Let's go. Royal wedding. No, actually, the important things first. Jousting fever. Chancellor Oswin, tell me more. I regret to inform you of a jousting-related petition from the March, Your Majesty. Why the regret? It's a splendid idea. Your Majesty, we must reinstate jousting as the official justice system of the March. Well? Trial by combat's the way it used to be before the courts started sticking their noses in. Well... Peasants and mob are gonna do what they do. I mean, I'm gonna give you money to do it. Yeah. To write what? More grim. I'm gonna give you money to accept it. Let's get... This is so perfect. Oh my god, this is so freaking perfect. First episode, and the Dueling and Jousting Kingdom gets an event that allows Jousting to become the official justice system of the March. Let's do it. Let's freaking do it. Accept and donate some horses to the new system. I don't think I would do that. I get the idea of, you know, trying to get a better start, but I don't think it needs it, is the thing. Like, this is already pretty symbolic. 35-5, this looks absolutely decided. 38-5, even more and more and more and more voting A. 39-5, can we hit 40? Can we hit 40 voting A? Horizon to rule, probably. You can vote, exclamation mark, vote, dash A. There you go. Boom. Yeah. There you go. Over 40 votes for A. Let's go. No, no, no. Kate, we won't do that. No. Accept. It's a healthy way to resolve disputes. And it's a success! Yes! The 40% success! Oh my god, I don't think I've actually done this. Oh my god! The Chancellor looks skeptical, but says nothing. The barons are delighted. The March reports a drop in crime as the people are fearful of being impaled by a lance. However, there is a sharp rise in lance-related injuries, as well as a drop in strictly sporting jousts. But we don't care about that, that's great. That's absolutely great. Yeah, the dynasty is off to a rip-roaring start, exactly. I think so, Amy, yeah. Alright, royal wedding, let's do this event. Then I'm gonna be taking a 2-minute break to use the restroom after this. Your wedding to Leopold is naturally the talk of the kingdom. For a week and a day, the capital is one giant party. It feels like you're the only one not taking part. Instead, you're getting ready for the ceremony. Soon enough, you're standing in St. Bertrand's Cathedral with Leopold at your side. Do you take this man as your lawfully wedded husband? Of course I do. Then I pronounce you king and husband. After the wedding, of course, there's a feast, and after the feast, there's a dance. Your new husband Leopold only dances with obvious reluctance. By the time I find yourself alone with Leopold, it's past midnight, and you've never felt more tired. Neither of us asked for this union, but I assure you, it can blossom into something of mutual benefit. I kind of agree. Like, he wasn't really my first choice, you know? Oh right, the Archbishop. I completely forgot that the Archbishop had a name. It's Silverius. It is Silverius. Sorry about that. Archbishop Silverius. Yeah, he was my only choice, right? So. Agreed. Excellent. I hope this alliance proves most fruitful indeed. You had your separate bed chambers. Perhaps you will draw closer in time, but for now your husband is happy to keep you at arm's length. Alright. Let's end the season. Let's do the schemes, and then we're going to be taking a 2-minute break. Deep in the forests of the March, Baron Tillis has gone boar hunting with a few of his close friends. Our plans are going better than expected. The Spymaster thinks that all is well in the kingdom. Thanks to our lack of attention, I've secretly smuggled in gunpowder from Kurth, enough to give our armies an edge. Things are proceeding better than I ever imagined. Our next step is to replace the Palace Watch with our own agents. The Honor Guard is incorruptible, but the Watch are another story. If the king can't pay them, they will look for money elsewhere. For the next stage of their scheme, the Marons must lower the treasury to 1,500 or less in 2 seasons. No worries, Trash! No worries. Happy to see you. I hope you're well. Anchored a few miles from the sunny coast, Lord Patrician Noses Dog has invited his closest confidants aboard his yacht. You said he has a surprise for me? Let me see where Trash is. Trash, you are a baron. So you said he had a surprise for me? Indeed, and here it is. Behold. Your Majesty, what are you doing here at such an hour? I'm sorry, I hope you didn't overhear any... Quit babbling, you blowhard. This isn't the king, it's a peasant who is the king's spitting image. Remarkable, and just in time. The Spymaster trusts us so much that she's not noticed that we're feeding civilian vessels into battleships. Everybody's military goes up, that's not great. That means we can move on to the next phase, kidnapping the king and putting this fool in his place. How do we manage that? We need the king to be in utter chaos, but enough that the king's abdication can slip past unnoticed. For the next stage of their scheme, the patricians must lower stability to 4 or less in 4 seasons. Alright, so everybody's on stage 2. Good stuff. Oh, who would have thought? Oh my god, look at these events. Ah, god. Well... So we're going to be taking a 2-3 minute break because I need to use the restroom, and then we're going to be resuming here. So this is a chance to take a break yourself, go grab a snack or a drink, use the restroom yourself, and then we're going to keep going. We're going to be finishing this tonight, so don't despair. Don't despair. We're going to be finishing it. I'm going to be taking the opportunity of running a couple minutes of ads, just so we get rid of pre-rolls for people who may join us after this. I'll see you in 2 minutes. Peace. Alright, thank you so much for sticking around, everyone. Let's continue. So we have only 2 named NPCs that haven't been revealed yet. Yeah, most of them have appeared already. So let's go on here. I would say let's start with sorry, the crab bubble bursts. Let's start with that one. Bad news, Your Majesty. A new reef has been discovered, which is overflowing with millions of jewel crabs. Crab prices are crashing catastrophically. What? The entire kingdom will suffer financially, Your Majesty, with the exception of a few patricians. Curiously, Lady Patricia Northwind, the very same patrician who first began the crab craze, recently sold all her crabs at a huge profit just days before the crash. Something must be done. You summon your council to discuss the crab price crisis. Many assembled nobles have invested heavily in the crab market, and they are casting furious glances at the patricians' benches. Amy, I feel there might be a bunch of jewels coming your way. I cannot believe that we don't have enough money for this. Fuck. This is really bad. This is an impasse that we're not gonna get out of. This is really bad. Yeah, this does not reflect on us well. I'm gonna let I'm going to let the nobles decide. I'm going to let the nobles decide. Exactly. I thought the crown won't intervene in noble affairs. So, this seems like a noble affair. So, like, I would go B. I would go B, to be quite honest. I would go B because this looks like an inter-noble issue. And the general idea in this dynasty is that, as I said, nobles tend to be a bit more independent, and they're expected to resolve their disputes personally. So, when presented with a choice that has to do with a noble's well-being or a dispute between nobles, to be more exact, the monarch should choose the option that is more neutral, and let them resolve things with with one of the competitions. So yeah, I'm expecting, and I really hope to see some duels in the coming days for this thing here, Okay, let go suffer the full consequences of this crisis, and this does not reflect well on King Calimaco, who wasn't able to save enough money to help the coast. There are reports of queues of bankrupt merchants waiting to jump from the tallest towers of the coast. Exaggeration, surely. This is not great. So now Calimaco knows that he needs to be absolutely careless? No, not careless, but like... he won't be stuck by... Like, he needs to do what needs to be done. Embarrassing problem. Let's take a look at this one. Your August Majesty, I am afraid someone has been painting obscene graffiti on your monument in the coast. What? This is the most unfortunate auction ever. Bascanada, I love the hat. I assume it's been washed off by now? Yes, Your August Majesty, but every time we remove the images, they appear again the next day. We need to track down the perpetrator. You're becoming a laughingstock in the coast. When you call the council to gather, some of the nobles whisper behind their hands, stifling giggles. Lord Patrician Bascanada was right. Well, that's great. That's not great at all. That's bad. Brutally crack down on the locals until the perpetrator is found. Send the watch to investigate it without drawing attention to themselves. Offer a reward for the perpetrator's capture. Well, I'm gonna say brutally crack down on the locals. Absolutely. Yeah. This is rather fitting timing, right? Yeah. Yeah. You can't help the coast, and then obscene art about you. Yeah. The game knows, I told you. Like, this game is so cool in that regard. Where some events can be, like, a lot of events can be just tied together in a role-playing way. Even though they're not supposed to, originally. Thank you, Darth Doom. Thank you. Yeah, I thought a little bit about it. And I think this is roughly how I'm gonna be handling it. So like I write some one thing that is like a motto, and a couple things that are like ideas, goals that the monarch would like to pursue, and that's it. All right, looks like it's gonna be A, 19 to 12. Looks pretty decided to me. Let's go. Brutally crack down. Your soldiers storm the local village, shouting and kicking people until they get the answer they're looking for. The culprit is a local artist protesting your recent refusal to become their patron. Your refusal was totally justified, other than certain parts of the anatomy, which are bizarrely detailed. Their artwork is slapdash and sloppy. The artist is thrown into your dungeons to think about what he's done and hopefully practice drawing more wholesome parts of the body. Sounds like a good solution to me. However, your over-the-top reaction has made you even more enemies in the coast. Reasonable. Yeah, Calimaco is not being a good politician here, right? After having disappointed the coast, he should have been a little bit more calm in his approach, but he's not a calm, he's a little bit of a hot-headed person, right? So let's see, imagine after all this, Calimaco realizes, ah shit, I haven't been playing this well. And then reports of a kraken come through. And this could be his opportunity to really come into the rescue of the coast and get some gratitude. Manager made! A kraken! A real-life, honest-to-ninth kraken! Just outside my harbor off the western shore. We should send our navy to subdue the beast at once. Deal Dragon, thank you for the idea. A kraken has every advantage in a sea battle, your majesty. Perhaps a lighter touch is preferable. Instead, kraken can be appeased by an offering of living creatures. Heretical nonsense! You cannot be considering these, your majesty. I'm amused that the imprisoned artist has been told to practice drawing something else, right? Yeah. I think Calimaco was like Asgal, except the nobles share his value system enough to be like, pop off my liege. Yeah, I agree. That's very similar, very similar. A Swede, that's actually a much better way to put it than I did. Yeah. Oh, right, the High Inquisitor. The High Inquisitor had a name. Oh my god, we're seeing all of them. The High Inquisitor has a name too, and it's Petronia. By the way, the names have all been chosen by Vaspier. Vaspier is the author behind the advisor names. So you know who to thank. Dragon Pit may be on the right track there. Oh, vast majority? Wait, did you pick some too? Morgrim? Oh, the Queen Mother. Right. So, send in the patrician's navy, appease the kraken with the sacrifice, let it be. I think the king is going to give some money to appease the kraken with the sacrifice, trying to solve the issue in a straightforward way. Like the navy is not doing great. If it had been a 6, I would have gone for it 100%. If it had been a 5, I'm not sure. Since it's at a 4, it means that the navy is not in a good position, in good condition. So yeah, it would be glorious to hunt, but we're not dumb. We're not dumb. Golden choice B. Let's go. A, lower stability. We don't care about that shit. We're role-playing here, we're not playing to win. I'm bribing you to buy our time, basically. Yeah, exactly. This is not the Bladesong Dynasty. Alright, looks like it's gonna be B. 31 to 5 to 4. Boom. Yeah, who doesn't like money? Exactly. A piece of Kraken with a sacrifice. And it's a success! There you go. There you go, it worked. Looks who knows better than you in administrating the kingdom in the end, huh? Huh? Dozens of goats and cows are rounded up and carted off to Lady Patrician Manager Maid's hometown, where they're dumped unceremoniously into the water near her estate. To the church's great anger, the bizarre plan works. The Kraken presumably eats its fill and disappears back into the depths. Coastal villages celebrate by burning Kraken effigies and occasionally tossing their own goats into the sea. Hopefully, you haven't just spawned a cult. Hopefully. Hopefully. Let's go. Auction time! It's going to be starting in 3, 2, 1, boom! Go! Exclamation mark fund followed by the letter of the building you want to fund, followed by the amount of money you want to spend. Your options are raising farming for the barons with an aqueduct by voting A, raising faith for the barons with a cathedral by voting B, raising military for the grandees with a fortress by voting C, lowering military for the grandees with a stadium by voting D. Oh, look at that, it's a stadium. Lowering farming for the patricians with a deer park by voting E, and lowering stability with a prison by voting F. I'm gonna let you know when there's 20 seconds left. I love how you're just... So it's 20 seconds left now. I'm gonna let you know when there's 10. Lower military... I don't know who's doing it. If it's the grandees who are funding that, this is great. 10 seconds left now. 5 seconds left now. If it's the grandees, this is great, because it means you just want the stadium. Let's see. Oh no, it's patricians. Actually, I see some grandees too who voted D. Yeah. I saw some patricians too. So some grandees too. So we have... Oh, look at that! Amy! Being highest bidder again. Good job! Good job building a stadium. So, wait. Are you building a stadium in the grandees territory now? And Alexa, building a prison. Good job. Our Alexa's now completely broken. So, Northwind times 2. And then we have Alexa. Awesome. So, Amy is starting to become a little bit more famous than other nobles in that. Michael, let me look at that. There you are. You're kind of a cutie, I'm gonna say. Amy used a crap money to build a stadium, so we cannot get it back. That's very smart. The songstress? Let's take a look at the bizarre report first. Your Majesty, I have received worrying reports, worrying and confusing. Let me help you out. What's wrong? I've received reports from one of my little birdies in Lord Patricia Nosey's Doc's villa. He is the most unusual guest. Who? It's you, Your Majesty, or someone who looks just like you. I have no reason to suspect the Patricians of plotting anything, and yet I cannot square this away. Unfortunately, I can't devote too many resources to solving this puzzle with the kingdom in such a lamentable state. Too busy fighting fires elsewhere. I recommend you call a meeting on the council and try to do something to put a stop to this. Very well, let's do that. So, triple the security around the palace. We will absolutely do something, so I'm gonna veto do nothing, and then I'm gonna let my nobles decide what to do. A would work, so narratively, What do nobles want to do? Do you want to triple the security around the palace? Or do you want to conduct a thorough search of the coastal villas? What do you want to do, my friends? A doppelganger? Is that what it is? Triple the security around the palace? 18 to 14, this is actually pretty close. Just want peace and better economy? Yeah. What I want too. 20 to 18! 21 to 19? This is so close. If you have not voted, please cast your vote now. It's 21 to 19, only 2 votes difference. It can still be tied and overturned. I'm gonna be counting down from 5, 21 to 20, 4, 3, 22 to 20, 2, 1, and 0. Oh my god! 23 to 22, wasn't that? Yeah, it was 23 to 22. That was so fucking close. Oh my god. The ranks of your palace watch are swollen with new men, and a strict curfew is set up with the 2-mile radius of the palace. It should help keep you safe, but the nobles think it's a display of weakness. There are rumors that you're slipping into paranoia. Oh my god. This is such a great narrative arc. I love it. I love this. Yeah, it's a display of weakness, it is. Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense. I love how this game has so many beautiful prompts that can be made into a coherent story at the end. It's so great. Exactly, Katori. Paranoia? Me? The guy who killed his own father? And was now about to have an heir? Uh-huh, tell me more about that. It's a good arc. Your marriage to Leopold has grown stale. Oh, you get along well enough and you've made some good memories together, but there's no spark. Cares more about his stupid books than your happiness. But spark or no spark, you still need an heir. Congrats are in order, the royal wedding was a magnificent affair. It went about as well as could be expected. You're still in power, aren't you? Still got the crown on your head. That's what matters. You've done well so far, but something's still missing, an heir. You need someone young whose loyalty is assured. A child of your own would do the trick, even if they were a bastard, or the youngest of your many cousins. Okay. Oh, give me a second. Clara just came home. Alright. Ti salutano. Ehi. Sara. Ti salutano. I hope you saw them. So... where were we? Oh, right. What kind of child do we want here? Bastard child. I kind of don't want a son, you know. I kind of don't want a child here, because, you know, given precedence, I may go with the cousin. You know, yeah, let's go with the cousin. Yeah. Of course, an entirely sensible idea. I will make the arrangements at once. Yeah, let's do it. And the songstress. Oh god, we even like songs. Your Holiness, a bard who calls herself the songstress has been making waves in the south. Her performances are attracting huge crowds, so huge that there have been brawls and stampedes as people push closer to the stage. There have been no deaths yet, but it's only a matter of time. With every concert, the riots get worse. What can we do to nip this in the bud? I kind of want to say ensure the show have adequate security, you know? I never picked that, and it kind of feels fitting. Of course, Selene, we'll try to remember. Stab the harp. Oh no. When you say private... Give me a second here. And? Oh, I don't feel about. Alright. Golden Sea, you say? I think I want to go B here. I think I want to go B. Yeah. And the monarch is going to pay the nobles in order for them to contribute with some of their militaries. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. I think it'd say D unless it thinks it needs to assert control. After the coastal mess. I honestly think that the idea is... The idea is this can be used, right? He thinks this is a... If I show... Like, this is a very popular song maker. And if I show myself as compliant, helpful, supportive, she may decide to write songs in my favor. You know? Yeah, pretty much that, Dragon Pit. Yeah, unfortunately that's how the game works, but that's not the RP idea. Yeah, and who needs military? It looks like it's gonna be B. I'm gonna be counting down from 5. You can vote B to get some free money. Counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. You missed everything, Kane. But I'm glad you can join. You can join in the end. All right. Armed guards are assigned to keep the peace during the songstress shows, but you soon receive reports that the guards themselves are joining in with the riots. It's a bloodbath. Dozens of soldiers are killed and even more civilians. Yet by all accounts, the songstress performances are more popular than ever. Okay, this is worrisome. Yeah, what is going on? This is very worrisome. Very unexpected turn of events for Calimaco. Somewhere in the march, Baron Tillis sits at a banquet, gnawing on a greasy chicken leg. He and his fellow plotters discuss their scheme between mouthfuls. Some of our bribes have been accepted, but not enough. The king is paying the palace watch well enough that their loyalties aren't easily swayed. So we have some of the watch in our pocket. Isn't that enough? No, not yet. We can't make a move until we're sure we won't be discovered. The Baron's aim is to lower the treasury to 1,500 or less. It does sound eventful, yeah. Deep in the south, a grandee paces back and forth along the balcony of his hillside villa. I'm told that progress is slow. How could they be so blind, trusting in that fool of a king after everything is done? The grandee's aim is to raise other regions' combined defiance to 8 or more, or ensure another region starts a rebellion. And the patricians. Somewhere along the coast, Lord Patrician notices Doc strolls in his olive grove accompanied by a close friend. The kingdom's not exactly peaceful, but there's still no way we could stage the abduction of the king without being noticed. We need chaos! Steal. The patrician's aim is to lower stability to 4 or less. So, the thing here is... this sucks. This sucks. Because I think that Calimaco is starting to realize that he needs to get some money somewhere. Because the kingdom is expensive to run. Because the kingdom is expensive to run. Because he didn't have enough money to help the coast when the coast needed that gold, you know? Yeah. Have a good one, Yuminis. Have a good night. Thank you. Oh, thank you, Kane. It's been made by Vaspir. Don't do it, my liege. It has to be done, though. It has to be done. I think it makes sense to tax the grandees for the simple reason that they are the richest ones. Again, if you spend money, it's appreciated. If you don't, a little less. But I could also see taxing everybody, not to make distinctions, you know? Yeah, it had like 10 revisions. Like, this would net us 2,600... I think it's gonna be everybody. I think it's gonna be everybody, you know? I think Calimaco realizes that he needs money to run the kingdom. And he will have to take one unpopular decision in order to be able to take more popular decisions in the future. You know? Like, think about it. He had to let the coast suffer the consequences of the situation instead of helping them. If he had had more money, that could have led to a good decision, an approved decision. How will we fund the buildings? With the rest of your money. I think he's got to do it. I think he realizes that he needs to be bold in order for this kingdom to prosper. Yeah. Yeah. Mutiny at Cuervo Keep? Let's take a look at this right away. Your Highness, a troubling development at the prison of Cuervo Keep. Cuervo Keep? The greatest southern prison for the worst criminals, a massive castle perched on a desert mountaintop. Also, alas, prisoners at the keep have staged a mutiny. We have no idea what went wrong, but they've killed all the guards and taken Cuervo for themselves. We've come to your holiness because the prisoners are now making demands of you. If you do not respond, they will kill their hostages, including Cuervo Keep's owner, Grandee Improbable Kate. Well, no. What are their demands? Firstly, they want their crimes forgiven, which is pretty standard as far as these things go. But they're also asking for a significant gold payment and free passage to Ashmead. Outrageous, we can't be negotiating with criminals. We have to do something, Your Majesty. They'll start killing people, nobles. Fine, let us vote for it. So let's see what our options are. We will not be negotiating here. Yeah, we won't give in to the prisoners' demands means giving the nobles money to the prisoners. No, we will not do that. We will not do that. I will not let them have your money. I think I think it's C or D. I think it's C or D, and I'm gonna let you choose. I'm going to let you choose. I think you, my nobles, have better discernment of this situation, because you know the state of the armies. You know? It's super close. It's 17 to 14 right now. Vote. If you haven't voted, vote, 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 vote. 19 to 15. Still pretty close. D is very brutal, yeah. Alright, it looks like we're sending the army. Okay. 22 to 15. 22 to 16. Counting down from 5. 4. 3. 2, 1, and a 0. Feather Phoenix voting for B, the only one. Recapture it before 30% chance. It's a failure. Calimaco is not lucky at all. The grind is mounted, daring assault on Cuervo Keep. First, an infiltration team tries to scale the desert cliffs, but the team evidently fails when the gates aren't open from the inside. A brute force frontal assault is all that's left. The battle is long and bloody, oh my god! In the midst of it, Grandi Improbable Kate is killed, and her body is thrown from the battlements. Though Cuervo Keep is eventually recaptured, it comes at a heavy price. Oh wow, Kate, that's... Kate happy. Rest in peace, Improbable Kate. Rest in peace, first casualty. Wow. Wow. Yeah, you're now monks with the free action. And so King Calimaco bade that the Grand South bleeds for their own keep, and so it will be known as the Bloody Keep. I love it! I love it, Worthy! Yeah, Calimaco needs a win now. Like, he realizes that he really needs a win. And he's gonna try to find it with the pirates. You must do something about the pirates that have been plaguing the coast's ocean trade routes. I lost a whole shipment of fine silks. And they killed the crew, of course, who won't be cheap to replace. Oh, look at Lurks. We have a young Lurks here. That's cool. Oh, no. We need a win. We gotta gamble. I'm gonna gamble on the gamble. That's what we gotta do. We will not stoop down. Like, you know what happens with pirates, right? You pay them, and then after some time, they come back and ask you to pay again. We need a win. We need a win. Yeah, double gamble it is. It is a double gamble. We gotta go with that. 40% chance. We need a win. Like, this reign has been a series of mild, very, very mild successes with some very resounding defeats. And that's exactly not what Calimaco needs and wants. So we're gonna try to get a decisive victory against the pirates. If we fail this one, it's probably gonna be crisis. Like, if this fails too, the kingdom is gonna fall in a moment of crisis for sure. Like, people are actually actively gonna start questioning his rule. Let's go. Order the coast navy to patrol the sea routes. It's a success! Yes! Fuck yeah! Yes! Calimaco starting to claw his way out of the grave. Calimaco, think you're doing better than our third yet? If this had been a failure, no. With this, maybe. Maybe. A little bit. Over the next few months, the Patrician Navy systematically hunts down every last pirate ship in the coast sea. Soon enough, the ocean is safe once again. Up and down the coast, dead pirates can be found swinging gently from the trees. That's what we want to see. We could receive some incentive to build more just arenas. Yeah, that could be a thing. Yeah, let's take a look at what the options are, though. Oh. Your Highness, ignore everything I said about the songstress. I was completely wrong. I hired her for a private performance to see what all the fuss was all about. And upon my honor, I've never heard anything so beautiful. I was so moved, I immediately gave her all my money and the keys to my manor. Wait, what? Yes, I'm living in the servants' quarters now, but it was worth it to hear her sing. You simply must invite her to the palace for a performance. Yeah, mild success and down by towering failures, exactly. Your Majesty, this is deeply suspicious. We need to do something. I agree. I really agree. You know what? Order the Spy Master to investigate the phenomenon. Yeah. You want some jousting tournament benefits? There you go. Vote for that. Vote for that. Vote to get some free money. Actually, I'm curious if the Spy Master can fall for it, you know? Don't answer me. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. But yeah. If the others have been hypnotized or have fallen into a spell, I wonder if the Spy Master can fall for the spell too. Alright, vote B to get some free money. I'm gonna be counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Spymaster Songstress toxic here. So let's see. Investigate her? Absurd, as Songstress has done nothing wrong. Don't worry, Your Majesty, I'll get to the bottom of this. I hope so, Ismay. I hope so. Because otherwise we may have to change your name there. I think I like this economic version of the laws. I'm gonna keep it. To Baldone, welcome back and thank you for joining. How you doing? Liverpool, you have 1650. 1650. The Songstress secret, arms shortage, and undercutting. Oh, this is an interesting one. Let's deal with the arms shortage first. Oh, Kane? Yeah, let me show you. Kane, there you are. There you are, the new heir of House Holdfast, which is actually freaking amazing lore. I love it. Your Majesty, the situation in the south is dire. Welcome the new Vaspir, by the way. The city watch in many of our cities is understaffed, and now crime is rampant. Even dueling has dwindled as minor nobles take up other hobbies, like knitting and insect collecting. Pah! What? Oh my god. Oh my god. Dueling has dwindled as minor nobles take up other hobbies like knitting and insect collecting? We must bolster our dwindling forces in the south. Who knows what will happen to our people without protection? I agree. I agree. Hire a mercenary company to help protect the south. Conduct an extensive southern recruitment campaign. Force farmers to join the southern military. Risking it. We gotta risk it. We gotta risk it. We're gonna give incentives again for B. We gotta risk it. Calimaco needs wins. Calimaco needs wins right now. We're gonna be conducting an extensive southern recruitment campaign. For sure. Alright, so conduct a sensitive southern recruitment campaign, of course. I'm gonna be counting down from 5. You can vote B to get some more free money. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Calimaco was willing to risk disaster to make themselves look good in the eye of the people. I think it's just looking for approval, you know? Let's go. Surely the peasants just need encouragement. Posters featuring your likeness pointing at the reader with text saying, King Calimaco needs you, are soon plastered throughout the south. I don't see how this could go wrong. Let's go. Oh my god, yes! Thank God! Thank God! Once again, you're thankful for the superstitious common folk. Perhaps only out of fear, peasants across the south line up for armed duty. The grandees are most pleased. I think what the sign looks like is actually Calimaco with his foot on his dead father's chest, pointing at somebody. Very intimidating. Sign up today, prevent another bloody keep. Yeah, for sure. Wow. Yeah, pointing his sword at someone, yes. Yes. Yeah, that's so perfect. Why do we have to have scary posters? Can we not have fun, guys? So plus 2 military, a little bit less defiance, see? And nobody's scared, except for Hesperus. Now let's take a look at this Songstress secret here, and see what happens. Your spy master suddenly appears at your desk. She has returned from her mission to investigate the Songstress, and you scan her for signs that she's lost her will. How do you go? What? Have you gone deaf? Oh, okay. She pulls a pair of plugs out of her ears. Thank God. Okay. Thank God. That's festive. I don't know. I don't know if that's a word I would use. The Songstress is a witch, drawing power from her lyre. It's made from magical wood. Some wizard who accidentally turned himself into a tree. Oh no! When she sings while playing the lyre, people obey. But without that, she's nothing. Ismay is really smart. Ismay is smart. Okay. That is kind of sick. Well. Can we be cool? Let's be cool. Let's just do the cool thing. And lose the 90% roll. I'm gonna gamble on the gamble. I believe that the 90% chance will win, but if we fail this, it's going to be the most spectacular fail in history. Oh my god. If we fail that 90% roll right now, I think it's going to be devastating. God, I don't want to see that. God, I don't want to see that. Please be good. Please be good. 90% chance. I really don't want to see that failure. Okay, it looks like it's gonna be A. We got 24 votes against 6, so 75. It keeps growing, so let's go. How could I say no to that perspective? God damn it. Send southern soldiers with earplugs to arrest her. Oh my god, it's a success! Yes, we're saved. Yes, thank God, thank God. We're getting the wins, the gods are helping us. It's that easy. It is that easy. King Calimaco might be safe. Might be getting on to, you know, turning a leaf or whatever. At the Songstress' next performance, she walks out and plucks her lyre. When your soldiers burst on stage, she smiles and sings at them to kneel. But the soldiers just laugh and point at their plucked ears. They snatch her lyre and smash it underfoot. She's dragged off to your dungeons, kicking and screaming. Thank you for freeing me of that witch's clutches. Your Majesty, for a while there my mind was not my own. All across the kingdom, it is as though a spell has been lifted. The common folk forget the Songstress entirely, moving on to some new obsession. Yeah, Calimaco might become religious with these. yeah, oh, you're right. There's the 9th, you're right. She did make bangers, though. Whew. That was actually really scary. That would have been disastrous. Undercutting. This is an interesting one, because it's very fitting to the theme of the dynasty. I wanted to speak to you today about a delicate matter, Your Most August Majesty. It concerns the copper trade. Tell me everything, Liu Linky. Ah, yes, I'm very familiar with it. Then you will understand our position. You see, the marsh doesn't have much in the way of natural resources, but it does have a lot of copper. The Grandees mostly use it for jewelry, but it's also useful for medicine, would you believe? Not that it matters why they want it, just that they pay the barons a lot for it. Traditionally, we patricians have facilitated this trade, making sure that a fair deal was reached on both sides. Yet now the grandees buy from the barons directly. They're cutting us out of the deal. You can't let them get away with it. That is despicable. Indeed, then you will call for the council together to deal with this? Yes, I will. Yes, I will. So, what do we want to do here? Bring the copper trade under the authority of the king rather than the patricians? Is that something he would do? Oh, this is about the regions, Amy. This is not about singular nobles. Calimaco has complete authority over the kingdom and over the regions. So, yeah, this is very much Calimaco's problem. And it's either A or C. So here it's oh, actually I know the answer. I know the answer. Oh wow, this is actually very, very close. I think the one thing that I don't want is this. So I'm going to ban the ban. I think that Calimaco might say, let's allow the free market to sort this one out, you know? I think Calimaco would push for B. I think Calimaco would push for B, because Calimaco thinks that the noble courts need more authority. Like, he lacks the fact that nobles can resolve their own disputes through paralegal ways, and he probably wants to see the same thing for this, you know? It's like, yeah, sure, let people just self-organize and things will stabilize at some point, you know? Just correct where needed, but without actually routing what happens. All right, looks pretty clearly like it's B. 30 votes, so let's go. Allow the free market to sort this one out. It turns out that the free market doesn't care all that much about the patricians' woes, and nothing can convince the barons and grandees to stop doing business. The patricians lose a grip on their monopoly, while the other regions' economies thrive. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Alright, let's go. Yeah. It would seem the king shall win in the end. It's still a long game. I wouldn't sing victory yet. Now this is promising. Actually this is very promising. With the air, it's very promising. So now the barons are actually in a good position, but stability can plummet in a moment. Oh my god, what? Inventions! Look at that! This is really cool. So let's do the air first. Ah, sorry to hear that, Astral, but thank you for being here. I hope you had a good time. Your quest for an heir is finally complete. You stand before the council holding a small child in your arms. Should I die, I ask that my crown be passed down to my cousin and adopted son. The assembly almost break out into polite applause by designating an heir. You've cemented the stability of the kingdom. Madge, hello. Your esteemed highness, may I be the first to congratulate you on adopting an heir. What is his name? It's Calimaco II. Excellent, Your August Majesty. I'm sure little Calimaco II will grow up to be a sheep of the old block. Congrats on finding an heir. Blah, 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 blah. Let's go. So now we have 2 inventions, and I think we're gonna go with the harvester first. Melting penguins. Let's see if the invention is the same. If the inventor is the same, I'm gonna just freaking lose it. Your Serene Highness, the scholars and great thinkers of the March have invented a new farming implement. Some kind of horse-drawn machine that automatically reaps and thrashes grain. They call it a wheat eater, and it's revolutionizing agriculture. It would be of great use to us in the coast. Our farms are struggling to keep up with demand, you know? We'll not share the designs with the likes of you, Coastal Leech. Our people worked hard on that machine. We deserve to reap its rewards. Not you! Oh, this is interesting. This is very interesting. Definitely not D. These might be something that, yeah, can't they just duel? Technically not. Right? Because it's not one-on-one, but maybe they can. So, it's either A, force the barons to distribute the designs. Compensate, I don't think so. It's either A or C. Force the barons to distribute the designs, leave the machines in the march only. What would Calimaco do here? I think it might be... I think it might be A. I think it might be A. Y'all, the vote is not active yet. Oh wow, my chat was a little bit behind. I thought you were voting. I think it might be... I think it might be A. And you know what? Here's a little incentive for it. There you go. Easy peasy. Yeah, right? Exactly, Darth Doom. Yeah, we're gonna force them and give them a little gift to make it easier. Yeah, see? Barons want to be forced. Some barons want to be forced. Komori Kitsune, Liverpool, Trash, King Israel, Loram. See, they want to be forced. They like being forced. See? Okay. Yeah, Calimaco the very capricious about the importance of the free market. Yeah, exactly. But this is a little bit different, right? Like, there's not really an option to distribute them and let things assess. This is, okay, we're gonna give the design to everyone. Yeah. Yeah, let's go. Force the barons to distribute the designs. It's tyranny, I tell you. You're punishing innovation and shackling the free market. It won't like that. I mean, you were stopping the free market too, because you didn't want to share anything. In fact, the market doesn't mind much. The machines go a long way to improve agriculture in other regions, making your kingdom more prosperous as a whole. There you go. There you go. Just wanted to be compensated for my designs. A new contraption. Chancellor Oswin. Your Majesty, a baron by the name of Actual Literal Trash, which is a beautiful name for this thing, wants to present you with a new invention. My liege, we are entering a modern age, a more humane age. Yet botched executions are commonplace. Decapitations with the head doesn't come off, or hanging sweaty does. No more. Behold a merciful machine for removing heads, quickly and painlessly. I call it the Actual Literal Trash. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. This is really good. I love how proudly he says that, you know? Look at this beautiful machine. I call it the Actual Literal Trash. Oh god, I love it. He switches away a cloth to reveal a huge machine of iron and wood. It has a hole for someone to place their head and a heavy blade dangling ominously above it. The sight sends a chill down your spine. It's awful. But your majesty, surely this is better than getting your head chopped off by a nervous peasant with sweaty palms and a blunt axe. With a little funding, I can distribute the actual literal trash across the kingdom. It shows impressive humility. I'll bring this to the council. You won't regret this. I hope so. No, we won't test it on trash. No. No. I'm gonna let you choose on this. I'm gonna let you choose, but we will not test it on trash. Poor trash. Its design is very human. Oh, you want to fund a rollout? Okay. Okay, I'm okay with that. That sounds lovely. Let's do it. Yeah, innovation, see? We are innovating. I don't like how it's stealing gladiator drums. Alright, it looks like it's gonna be A, so I'm just gonna go. A modern miracle for a glorious new age. Everyone gets some trash? Hopefully not. Fund a nationwide rollout. Hundreds of actual literal trashes are built in martial workshops and sent to courthouses all over the kingdom. Soon you're chopping through the backlog of condemned prisoners with unprecedented speed and unprecedented mercy. Good stuff. Auction time, y'all. Auction time. You know what to do. Let's start it in 3, 2, 1, 0. Exclamation mark fund, followed by the letter of the building you want to fund, followed by the amount of money you want to spend. Your options are raising farming for the barons with an aqueduct by voting A, lowering farming for the barons with a deer park by voting B, lowering military for the grandees with a stadium by voting C, lowering trade for the grandees with a thieves guild by voting D, raising trade for the patricians with a grand bazaar by voting E, and lowering stability with the prison by voting F. What do you want to fund? Do we want another stadium with C? It doesn't look like it. Aqueduct, Grand Bazaar, and Prison are the most funded so far. 20 seconds left. I'm gonna let you know in chat when there's 10, and then 5 seconds left. So 10 seconds left in right now, and then 5 seconds left are now. Boom, do it. Do it. Oh my god, what happened in the end? What the hell happened in the end? I didn't see. We have King Israel funding, spending all her money on a Grand Bazaar, and Bascanada spending all his money. No, is it all? No, most of his money. On a stadium. Good stuff. Good stuff. So, wait, what? Bascanada sabotaging the Grandies, but building a stadium. That's what matters. I appreciate that, Bascanada. There you go. That's how you do it. Good job. And King Israel with the Grand Bazaar, of course. So we have King Israel. Let me write this down. King Israel and Bascanada. There we go. Fantastic. We have a bunch of spenders. Yeah, thematically it fits. But oh no. Bascanada, are you in the Discord? Because I want to duel you now. So we have a Fateful Tree, Hordling Attack, and Your Ambition. I usually do this first ambition first, because it's non-decisive, so let's do that. At the start of your reign, you said you wanted to be the architect of a new golden age. You've succeeded on that front! The kingdom has never been more prosperous. Well done, Your Majesty. So basically, so far, I would summarize what happened as King Calimaco had a rough start to the kingdom, probably due to the legacy of his father, you know, and some mess-ups that he had made. But then started to find a way to handle things. So yeah. I spent way more than that on the bazaar. Frogs? It may be frogs, yes. Or just, yeah. Or just you being a little late. Yeah, Calimaco had a rough start in third, yeah. Yeah, the marchers do great. But to shut down the honorable scheme for good, we need to build on that reputation. Your advisors have some ideas. Have you heard of the Scepter of Sages? It's an ancient lost artifact forged by Queen Alma the Wise. There's a legend that any king who recovers it will rule over a golden age. My advice, on the other hand, would be to infiltrate each region with loyal spies, defeat their schemes with schemes of our own, but the Chancellor has other ideas. So... what do we do here? Don't think a scepter is interesting? I'm actually kind of conflicted here, you know? I'm actually kind of conflicted. It might be the scepter, you know? Let me think about it. First of all, though, I need 10 seconds to turn off the light because Clara's getting to bed. Give me a second. Alright. So... yeah, right? Like, think of all the songs that would come out of the Scepter. Look at our faith. Why would I look at the faith when I'm role-playing and I don't care about stats? Yeah, I don't think Calimaco would be... I mean, Calimaco could build a network. But I don't think that the... like, if the nobles had been more adversarial, then I think that Calimaco would have built a network. But I think that Calimaco respects the values of the Bladesong Dynasty, and I think that he likes the idea of becoming glorious and doing something that will make him remembered in the future. You know, undying glory, one of the core values of the dynasty. So I think it's Scepter, yeah. Spies are disguised as bards, though. Yeah, no. I think it's a Scepter. A wise decision, Your Majesty. I'll begin sending out adventurers to track down the Scepter's location. Let's go. A fateful tree. Yeah, exactly, Maito. Sounds familiar, yeah. Your August Majesty, unfortunate tidings from our new Grand Bazaar. What happened now? What is up with all the buildings tonight? They're all so unlucky. What's happened to it? It's not the Grand Bazaar, exactly. The Grand Bazaar sits next to a grove of trees. There's one especially rare one, the Greater Arrow Tree, who was planted by Queen Alma the Wise herself and stands over 200 feet tall. That's a very tall tree. Yeah, it's... oh, wow, okay, here's... Good job, game. I didn't even see that this was an option. I guess that's what I'm gonna say. That's a very tall tree. It is indeed, Your August Majesty, but that's part of the problem. Lamentably, all the visitors to our newly built Grand Bazaar are disturbing the soil, and the Greater Arrow Tree is dying. I have been mind-controlled, yeah. Right after you decided to seek Alma's scepter? Wait, what? What does this have to do with the scepter? Don't tell me. If it's something hidden, don't tell me, because I don't remember. Oh, because it's been planted by Alma. Oh my god, you're right. Oh my god. You're right. You're right. You know, I asked it, and then immediately came back to mine. I'm tired. Paylord Petrefra to build strong fences around the tree. The tree has survived this long, leave it alone. Destined the tree protect the site in an official proclamation. You know, fences are the non-fancy option. Protected site is... could be a win. I'm gonna be to B. I'm going to be to B, yeah. I think it might be C, but A is also very interesting, so yeah. Yeah, I'm very indecisive on this. Proclaiming can be seen as him take... wait, what were you saying? Proclaiming it can be seen as him wanting to take his own part, in legacy. Oh, that's a good point. That's a great point. I'm kind of hoping C wins then. Let me see. 19 to 13. Yeah, there you go. This is really good. All right, 13 to 20. Counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Designate the tree a protected site in an official proclamation. And it's a success! It's a success, hell yeah! Swede, I would strongly recommend you refresh, because you probably have a very long delay. After a proclamation, people give the greater arrow tree a wide berth, fearing for their necks. It recovers its health and flourishes, casting the Grand Bazaar in sun-dappled shadow. Unexpected triumph, yeah. Oh, trumpet. That was a trumpet of success. Yeah, I think that's what it was, yeah. It becomes a symbol not only of the reign of Queen Alma the Wise, but of your wisdom in protecting your kingdom's natural beauty. There you go. There you go. We're starting to create the myth of Calimaco. See, this is all politicking here. Part of your legacy. That was a great point. Hordling Attack. That's the last event of the season. Your Highness, I'm ruined. Katori, what happened? Hordlings have occupied my vineyard and driven my staff away. Why can't your fellow grandees help out? My plight is of no interest to them. Well, I will assemble the council. Ninth, bless you, your highness. I mean, it's either B or C here. It's either B or C, I would say. Why would you burn it? What is Hordling? It's a little green creature, kind of like a goblin. But if you try to kill them, if you wound them, they regenerate really fast. It's a little green evil baby, yeah. That regenerates. Strong arm the grandees into sending military help. Hire an adventurer from the guild to investigate. What would Calimaco do here? I think it might be strong arming, yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna golden choice that. Yeah, I don't care. I think that Calimaco is going to give you a little bit more wealth than what's here. Send military help. There you go. No, we're not gonna burn the vineyard. Come on. Why would I burn it when we can resolve it with blades? Don't you know the name of this dynasty? It's the Bladesong Dynasty, not the Firesong Dynasty. Looking pretty clearly like it's gonna go B, so it's gonna be B. So I'm gonna be counting down from 5 and going ahead at 0. So vote B to get some free money if you haven't already. Counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Firesong is a good name. That's the name of the next dynasty. No, it's not true. Yeah, there you go. Amy, thank you. When the grandees grudgingly send in their token force, a slaughter ensues. The Hortlings put up a mere fight before scurrying into the hills. Peculiarly, the grandees discover that the Hortlings fill the Grandee Katori Blueberries wine cellar with spoons. So many that it's almost impossible to move down there. Will take some time before the vineyard is back up to full production, but Grandee Katori Blueberry is grateful for the help. You're very welcome. Blueberry, very welcome. Oh, tax season. I think we are at a good enough situation where we can just do a normal tax here. Easy peasy. an invitation, and roving hunters. So we're going to be starting with an invitation here. Your Majesty, you absolutely must come down to the coast next year and experience the summer games for yourself. Now I'm kind of hoping that I fail the role so that I can see the summer games. It is the only social event that matters. If you aren't in attendance, well, it would simply be a crime. Tell me more about them. Everyone gets drunk and goes to the arena to watch the gladiators battle it out for the title of Golden Champion. Rivers of blood and lakes of wine. Leave your inhibitions in the capital, Your Majesty. How could I say no? Oh, this is simply wonderful. It has been so long since the king attended the games. Last time, as I recall, they were assassinated. Oh, not to worry, Your Majesty. I'm sure it won't happen to you. And now we do roving hunters that I really don't want to do. I mean, I gotta do it. Let's do it. Oh, yeah, right. These are barons. Never mind. Your Majesty, 2 barons are on their way home from an epic hunt and seek shelter for the night. In exchange, they're willing to give to you a rare trophy and provide meat for an extravagant feast if you so wish. Tell me more about these barons. Their names are Riena and Battle of Cannae. As for this particular hunt, it's an ancient martial tradition. Something about trekking to all 4 corners of the kingdom to claim a bounty from the great animal spirits. I actually don't think that Calimaco is a party guy, you know? Like, he respects hospitality, but I don't think that he wants to feast. You know? Yeah, that's me and 2 barons, that's true. Yeah, I don't think he wants a feast, yeah. This would offend the barons? I don't think so. I don't think so. No, yeah, he's gonna put up the appearance that he's busy. Yeah, they can say that I don't feel like a feast. Invite the barons and their retinue into the palace and exchange pleasantries before turning in for the night. Like, this is a great honor, so I don't see why they would be offended. But later that night you hear strange noises coming from their quarters, like a pig squealing and snorting. What on Celestat did they bring in here? I'm gonna leave them to it. Sure enough, the noise eventually stops. You just hope that whatever they did, they haven't made a mess of the guest quarters. The next morning, you part ways with the barons. Oh wow. They thank you for the hospitality, gifting you some of their hunting trophies, including the head of a huge southern lion known as Pride Claw. Okay. Yeah, exactly. You're offering your hospitality, but you had plans that night. Precisely. That was the idea. I didn't know that there was such a tame outcome for this event possible. Okay. Let's get to the rolls here. These might be the final rolls of the game for tonight. But if I fail, we're gonna continue. Your Majesty, have the most exciting news. Our hired adventurers have discovered an ancient manuscript deep beneath the mountains. It speaks of the Scepter of Sages, and it was written by Queen Alma herself. Worried about what would happen to the kingdom after she died, she hid the Scepter of Sages, so her enemies couldn't find it. Good work, treasurer. It's in a warren of caves within the Blackwheel Forest, Your Majesty, near to the capital. It's been under our noses this whole time. I've taken the liberty of sending out more adventurers. They'll clear the area and get inside. Excellent, send them on our way. As you wish, Your Majesty. As soon as the adventurers return, the treasurer comes to tell you the news. Have they found anything? 70% chance. These have not been good for us, but I believe. It's a success! Success number 1, hell yeah. Most delighted news, Your Majesty. The adventurers have found a golden door beneath the forest, which matches the description in Queen Alma's manuscript. Calimaco is starting to write his own name into the stories of glory in the future. So we've got the scepter. Break the hinges and sell it. The scepter should be hidden within. But the scepter of Sigis can be found only by a monarch who is strong of purpose and true of heart. The first one, I'm sure. The second one, mostly. Yeah, but yeah, I want to see the summer games too. But still, we have a second roll. Let's see. How do you prove it? Always practical. Queen Alma wrote a ritual for the monarch to prove themselves worthy of the scepter. Eric CZA, hello and welcome and thank you for joining. How are you doing? If we go to the cave, I can read out the relevant passages while you set it all up. You make the arrangements, bring in a procession of horses, food, drinks, adventure guides, and a little traveling desk for the treasure to the Blackwheel Forest. Your husband comes too, riding beside you. We're close, I can feel it. The scepter is my chance to rule this land What? The scepter is my chance to rule this land once and for all. Why is it Leopold saying that? Our chance, I mean, of course. What the fuck, Leopold? The adventurers lead you inside the cave, holding flaming torches to light your way. Soon, the tunnel grows horribly cramped, and you bend double to squeeze through. By my honor, this had better not be a trap. You walk for what feels like hours. Just as you might have lost hope, you reach a golden door, exactly as the adventurers described. Leopold is my husband. It will open only for the faithful. Close your eyes, Your Majesty. Concentrate. Potential last roll of the night. This will decide if King Calimaco can actually become part of history and gain undying glory or not. 60% chance. Breathe. Oh fuck! Calimaco, no! No! Oh! Your focus shatters and you open your eyes. Don't worry, Your Majesty, maybe if you go back to the palace and pray for guidance. You return to the surface far more quickly than you descended, blinking away tears in the sudden sunlight. To improve your chances of victory, do these things. God damn it. Yeah, the summer games are back on though, so I'm not even that mad. Do I want this? I don't think I do, I don't care. Let's go. It's spring, so yeah. The Horde strikes back. Everything is going to shit. Everything is going to shit. Oh no. Yeah, maybe we should have won last season. We have the Horde strikes back and the Crystal Pox. Let's start with the deceased. The elderly Baroness Frederica, a cousin many times removed of Baron Nunder, died in her sleep last week. She was nearly 90, would you believe? And why are you telling me this? She was very wealthy, Your Majesty. But she could have spent more time on her accounts. She died without a will and the nobles are scrambling for her estate. Baroness Frederica was my relative. I wrote to her at least once a year. Of course the estate should be mine. My late great-grandfather used to play backgammon with her. He swore she intended to leave it to our family. By the ninth, that's a pitiful claim. So, quick word here. This is an event that pits two nobles against each other. As I mentioned in the premise, in this dynasty, nobles are expected to solve their disputes on their own. If they cannot find an agreement, they're supposed to joust, duel, or fight in the arena in order to decide who wins, who is right. The fact that these nobles come here right now means that they have not been able to find an agreement on how to resolve their issue, and therefore have to resort to the crown. So this is not the king meddling into their affairs unwanted, but it is the nobles not being able to do their duty and decide independently and asking the king for help. I just want to make this super clear. So here the options are: give the estate to one of the two, which is not a thing. I think actually we could see which one of them is the poorest. Nander, 3,300. And Dr. Anjo. Dr. Anjo, definitely the poor. So this means that Dr. Anjo, like, we're not gonna do charity here. We're not gonna do charity. Yeah, exactly, Morim, yeah. Yeah. King's gotta be neutral? No. That is absolutely not a thing. Like, do you see a neutral option here? No. There's no neutral option that would allow them to resolve this issue with a duel, right? These are all final decisions. Right? These are all final decisions. A neutral option would be, let them decide. You know, or something like that. So they both have reasonable claims, and the reason why the money matters is Dr. Anjo spends more money, so has more prestige. Has more prestige. And if they spend more money, it also means that they are probably doing things to the benefit of the people, right? Like, they're organizing tournaments, they're doing things that, like, the fact that they spent money in the past means that they're probably going to spend money in the future, so that money is better given to a person who's going to spend it and invest it than given to a person who accumulates it. Right? Like, that's the idea. Yeah, exactly. If it's precisely what Amy said. If you really can't solve it by yourself, take it to the king, but you can't complain if you do. Yeah. It's on marshland and Nander is a relative. To me, there is only one choice. The thing is, the other person has a claim. Like, you may... That's your opinion, but... the game is giving us a choice because there's two valid options. You should split. There is no option to split it. Oh, I have a very clear idea of what I want to do here. I want to say Randy Anjo. Pretty clear to me. Calimaco has a very, very, very clear idea of how to resolve this. And it's by giving it to the person who has the more worth, you know? Who's worth more. Who's more worthy, rather. Oh, this is so close. This is a tie, 8-8. Oh my god, no way. This is currently a tie. 9-8, 9-9, it's still a tie. I'm gonna be starting to count down from 5 here. It's 11-11, a tie again. Oh my god, counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. It's a tie. It's a tie, but luckily between two options that have very different weight for Calimaco, so it's going to be Dr. Anjo. There you go. Yeah, I don't know how you managed to call it. Barnander shakes his head, muttering with his friends about favoritism in the council. The Grandee Dr. Anjo and the other Grandees are delighted. They even sent you and the treasurer a gift basket as a token of their appreciation. Well, thank you. You trust the situation is resolved. It's probably not gonna be, but whatever. Alright, Horde strikes back. Katori, Your Holiness, the Hordelings have returned. The soldiers we sent only got rid of them temporarily. They've taken over my vineyard again. Those little bastards are impossible to kill. Never mind that, Your Highness must act quickly to alleviate the spoon shortage in the south. Spoons are disappearing all across the region. What? I should call a vote. Whatever. I think we're going to veto this. I think we order a hunt for the missing spoons. I don't think we burn it. I think we order a hunt for the missing spoons. That's my option, if I had to choose. There is no spoon. Oh, you're supposed to drink it. In Parlocate, it's a different verb. It's a soup. You drink soups, you don't eat soups. Provocation. This looks to be overwhelmingly C. I'm gonna be waiting a few more seconds though. I'm gonna be counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. 11 to 21. C wins order hunt for the missing spoons. Peasants are conscripted from farms for the spoon hunt. Priests begin praying for a solution in chapels across the south. The city watch take a double nightly shifts to look out for the elusive cutlery thieves. Okay. Hopefully that solves it. And now let's cry. God damn it. Your Majesty, I bring bad news. An outbreak of crystal pox is ravaging the march. Alcideus, come on. How many dead? Whole villages have succumbed. The disease is terribly virulent. Your Majesty, if I may make a suggestion, victims of crystal pox are only infectious at the boil stage. Once they are fully covered in crystals, they no longer spread the disease. Indeed, the pox crystals can be harvested and used in jewelry. If we allowed the pox to spread, we could make money in the march. By the ninth woman, this is heartless, even for you. The only way to fight the pox is to close the roads and shut down all trade until the wave subsides. Is that what you want? For the march to lose money? I don't think that's what I want. And in fact, I'm even gonna encourage you to quarantine the march. Easy peasy. Easiest turn of my life. Look at that. Dropping stability, giving bribes left and right. So, wow, unanimous, really? Okay, thank you, Darth Von Doom. Thank you. I was starting to get a little bit worried here. So you can vote C to get some free money. I'm gonna be counting down from 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Yeah, 1 dissenter. Blockades are placed on the roads leading in and out of the march. Nobody goes in or out. For a month, the crystal pox ravages the countryside. When the blockades are lifted, many fields lie fallow, with no farmers left to tend them. Martial villages are dotted with the gleaming statues of the afflicted. But thanks to the council's quick thinking, the disease doesn't spread beyond the marsh's borders. Once the road reopens, the barons harvesting gemstones from the quarantined dead and sell them at a tidy profit. Good job. Good job, y'all. And in the season. Alright. Let's go. That actually went better than I expected. I thought those two events would be pretty rough. Oh, Summer Games! Hell yeah. Spoon Thief revealed. Okay. So, let's see something. I need to take a super quick break using the restroom again. So let's take a 2-minute break and then we're going to be continuing this and potentially ending it right now. So I'm going to be running 90 seconds of ads so we can get rid of pre-rolls for the last section of the stream. And yeah, you grab a snack or a drink or use the restroom yourself. I'm going to be back in 2 minutes. Restroom break for me. Ads. Oh, I cannot run ads. Never mind. No ads incoming. See you in 2 minutes. And we are back. Thank you so much for sticking around. I would say without any further ado, let us get started with the game. I would go with the Spoon Thief first and then leave the summer games for potentially last. Your Highness, we've tracked the disappearing spoons all the way back to Grand Ikatori Blueberry's vineyard. Surely you understand I had nothing to do with this. It was those Horlings, no doubt, the ones who've taken over my vineyard. Show mercy, my king. Nay, you should be punished, if only for your incompetence. Half the South are eating stew with their hands because of your Hortling problem. Damn, that's rough. Oh, wow. So I have to take a stance here. I have to take a stance. See, so this is, again, once again, the Grandies not being able to agree on how to resolve their issue. See, like, defending the Grandie, like, I could actually do refuse to punish him. And we could see, like, we could say defend the Grandie and refuse to punish him is you do your own justice, you know? Oh no, they have 10 faith, Feather Phoenix. But they don't have 10 military, they have 1 military. Preparations for the missing spoons could be you will not leave the dueling pit until everyone is satisfied. That could be it too. That's kind of a good point, Warzy, yeah. Yeah, I think I'm actually gonna go with the defend the Grandie and refuse to punish him. And then if the other Grandie wants justice, they can do it by dueling. Yeah, let's do that. This actually sounds a little bit neutral to me, you know? Sounds like the most neutral of the three. We should arrest him and set a duel. Yeah, where could all the spoons possibly be, huh? Incredible. We're not good detectives. Good point, Northwind. Good point. I'm gonna keep calling you Northwind because that just comes natural now. 12 to 14, this is actually super close. There's a lot of people who want to arrest this guy. 13 to 14. What? 13 to 15? Oh my god. 14 to 15. No way, this is super close. I gotta be counting down from 5, so if you have not voted yet, this is incredibly close, it can be tied and overturned. Counting down from 5, 4, 3, vote now, 2, 1, 0. 14 to 16 in the end. Oh my god. Shiny Gorks and Eric's a moment too late. Defend the Grandies and refuse to punish him. I see, if that's where the council stands. Thank you, Your Highness. Righteous nobles, Nine's blessing upon you all. Please, Your Majesty, accept the deed to my vineyard as thanks. I have nothing else left to give you. Perhaps you can solve the curse that plagues it? Grand Ikatori Blueberry signs the vineyard over to you. The Horlings vanished from the property not long after, without you lifting so much as a finger. We spend money. Yeah, renovate the vineyard and start making wine again. You order the renovations to begin. It will take some time to remove the influence of the vineyard's former residents, but it should be worth it in the long run. Hell yeah! That's so cool. I never had this. I never had a vineyard as a monarch. I didn't know I could have a vineyard. Yeah, the royal vineyard. Oh my god. And you know, we're gonna launch our first line of red wine, and it's gonna be called Father's Blood. Yeah. Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. It's Calimaco's got a weird sense of humor, you know? It's, yeah. Probably thinks it's funny. Or First Blood. Oh my god. The first line would be First Blood. It's so perfect. It's so fucking perfect. First ever wine to be produced. Much better name. The First Blood. I was gonna say that. Thank God our brain is still working. First Blood is such a great name for a duelist who makes wine. Summer Games time, everyone. Summer Games. Before we do the ambition and potentially end the game, I think we've all deserved some entertainment here. The Summer Games have begun. Your royal yacht glides into port at Thalassus. Anxious servants lay out the red carpet while shooing away seagulls. Ho there, your August Majesty. Beautiful day, isn't it? Come with me, your carriage to the Grand Arena is waiting. Look who it is. Of all people. Of all people is Morgrim. Specialist in the Summer Games. And referee, official referee in dueling and competitions. This is so perfect. Hello, Morgrim. Let's go. There must be thousands of people in the arena, peasants and patricians alike, but you have the best view in the house. As you step out and wave, the crowd chants your name. We have two different events that we could show you today, Your Esteemed Highness. Which would you prefer to witness? A gladiator fight or a monster battle? Which one do you want? Let's see what they imply. Morgan, who has been spreading the arena stat sheet around. Tell me more about the gladiator fight. Two of the most fearsome fighters from across Celestath will clash for the title of Golden Champion. No rules, no limits, cheating encouraged, blood and heartbreak guaranteed. Tell me more about the monster battle. We've sailed the furthest oceans and delved the deepest jungles to bring back exotic beasts for gladiators to fight. One humor fighter's battle will be tested against a creature from your nightmares. I've made my decision. Calimaco. So I see one person saying Golden Champion and another saying Monsters. I want to hear the crowd here. Crowd, if you are in chat and you have one preference, type it in chat. I'm gonna go with a vibe here. We're at the Summer Games. The crowd decides everything. So type it in chat. Type it in chat. I see monsters, 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 gladiators, gladiators, monsters, gladiators, gladiators, monsters, gladiators, monsters, gladiator, monsters, gladiators, monsters. I feel like monsters are a little bit more. Gladiators, monsters, 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 gladiators, 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 gladiators. Oh my god, it's monsters. It's pretty. Yeah, let's make a poll. Let's make a freaking poll. Let's do it. I'm gonna let you decide. Let's make a Twitch poll. This is our show. Yeah, let's make a poll. If you can make it, go ahead and make it. Otherwise, I'm gonna start it. Like, if you mods can make one, go ahead. Otherwise, as soon as the page loads, which he is right now. There you go. New poll. What fight? Gladiators. Monsters. Boom. Yeah, no worries, Lurk. I don't even know if you can. There you go. Vote in chat. You have 1 minute. Of course, the Barons want to hunt monsters and the Grandies want the duel-style gladiator fight, of course. Yeah, no worries, no worries. So what's winning? Gladiators is winning 12 to 10, 13 to 11, 14 to 11. You can vote in the poll in chat right now. 15 to 12. This is so close. Please don't freaking tie this. 15 to 12. You can make predictions but not polls. Okay, good to know. Thank you, Morgrim. You probably have 15 seconds to vote. 15 to 13. This is still very, very close. Yeah, right? It's weird. 15 to 14. Oh my god, this can actually be a tie. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. 15 to 14 for Gladiators. I cannot believe this. 15 to 14 for Gladiators. So people want to see the Gladiators. Imagine that we see the monsters too. Like if I had an option, I would say let's see both. Question about dueling rules. Would it be fair to say that a double hit from Tyne... What? From Tyne on Wound? Oh, from Tyne on Wound would only be possible if the duelist tied on Lunge. Because Lunge represents ability to attack. I don't think it's necessary to justify it that way, to be honest. Like if you wanna use that, go ahead, but I don't think it's necessary. Oh wait. Oh no, that's actually a prerequisite if you think about it, right? Like if you don't tie on Lunge, there's going to be an attacker, and only the attacker can wound. The defender cannot wound. So only if there is a tie on Lunge can there be 2 attackers and therefore 2 wounds, 2 hits. So yeah, that's how it works. Like that's exactly how it works. Alright, we shall witness the fight of 2 of your greatest gladiators. Excellent choice, your Serene Highness. Bring out the gladiators. Lady Patricia Morgermoon steps up to the podium, speaking into a bronze tube that projects her voice across the entire arena. Our first competitor has undertaken the perilous journey from Valimir to be here, so let's give her a warm welcome. She was trained as an assassin by the Viper's children, but she failed her final exam. Now she's got something to prove. Give it up for Moira the Snake. Moira the Snake, everyone! Moira the Snake! Out into the circle of sand strides a stocky woman as wide and robust as a beer barrel, her broad belly crisscrossed with scars. She is confident enough to forego armor. Oh my god, no armor. Her only weapon is a primitive-looking wooden club with nails hammered into it. She clasps her hands and offers up a quick pre-fight prayer. Ladies and gentlemen, Moira the Snake can smell the Golden Champion title at this point, but first she'll have to get through our other competitor. Some call them wandering vagabonds, some call them murderers for hire, but they prefer the term adventurer, and we have one such specimen here today. All the way from the Tattlelands, it's the one, the only, Arthur the Hardy! Get it up for Hardy, get it up for Arthur! Wait for the other gladiator to step into the arena. A small man somersaults into view, then runs a lap around the arena. Though small of stature, he swaggers like a born warrior and wears hardly any armor, his oiled skin gleaming in the sunlight. To unarmored gladiator, he wields a long spear with a cruel barbed tip, twirling it for the crowd. He looks like he hasn't washed in months, and flies buzz around his tangled scalp. As the 2 gladiators drum up the crowd's support, Lady Patricia Morgermoon turns to you with a gleam in her eyes. Half the fun of the summer games is the gambling. Why don't you go place a bet before the fight begins? Of freaking course I'm gonna do it. Oh my god, thank you. Whoever did this, thank you. That's such a great idea. We got a prediction going. Vaspir, I love you. That's such a great idea. What are the odds? Just, you gotta get it. You gotta guess it. Oh, what are the odds? Bookies mostly look at the fighter's capabilities, but they also take the opinion of the crowd into account. These 2 are pretty evenly matched, but the bookie's favorite is Moira the Snake. Bet on her and you'll only get your money back plus half. Arthur the Hardy is the underdog. A successful bet on him means you'll double your cash. Can you give me any insider tips? Oh, of course, for a small price, 100 gold. Are you serious? I never joke when it comes to money. What? What? Let me give them the money. Why the hell not? I bet with my heart. Yeah, you gotta spend that money. Look at that. Oh, this is actually pretty evenly matched. And people are voting for the underdog. People are preferring the underdog. You have 10 seconds to vote, y'all. 10 seconds to do your predictions. And then we're gonna be continuing. I'm not gonna show you the insider tip. You're not paying for it. Arthur better win. And there we go. It's up. People have chosen. So no, I think the time was good, Morgrim, don't worry. No, because otherwise I think it drags for too long and it stops the show. So yeah. Alright. Yeah, give me the scoop. Moira the Snake has a terrible glass jaw. She'll be in trouble if her opponent is using a blunt weapon. What is it? Glass jaw? Is it a literal glass jaw? Or does it just mean that it's very frail? Like, is that a thing that exists in English? Because I've never heard about it. Yeah, but Arthur isn't. It means frail. Oh, I've never heard of it. Good to know, thank you. Yeah, Arthur is using a ranged... a pole arm, right? Yeah, so not using a blunt weapon. Oh, this is cool. I didn't know that there was all this stuff. Oh, same as glass cannon. I see, thank you. Can't take a punch. Can't take a... Oh, awesome. Thank you so much, everyone. I learned something today. Is slang for very sensitive jaw, meaning she'll be stunned if whacked in the face. So, like, you go down at the first hit, basically. I see. Thank you. Glass Joe. Now, why don't you go place a bet? I'd place a bet. Why not? It's either 500 or 1,000 here. I think 500 is reasonable. It's been expanded to any sort of weak to being punched. Gotcha. I put 1k. Who am I, dude? But this is the kingdom's money, so, you know. Yeah, I'm gonna bet. But, like, I would like to bet 1,000, but I would bet 500 only for respect of the nobles. But actually, the nobles want me to bet, so fuck it. I'm gonna bet 1,000. And on who will you place your 1,000 gold bet? It's gotta be more at this point, right? Let's do Moira. Let's bet safe. In that case, just to make things interesting, I'll bet on Arthur the Hardy. Shall we begin? Let's let the fight commence! Exactly. I think, like, it's become clear that Moira has the advantage, so we're gonna go with that. And if Moira loses, Calimaco is gonna think that Morgrim just freaking tricked me. You know? The crowd roars and stamps until the whole Coliseum shakes. Moira the Snake and Arthur the Hardy circle each other warily, each waiting for the other to make the first move. Watching grim silence. 45%. If you lose, will you duel Morgrim? Nah, it's alright. It's not a big deal. Holy shit! Holy shit! Boring. One of your cowards better spill some blood sooner, or I'll release a few wyverns into the arena. It's Arthur! Spurred on by Lady Patricia and Morgan Moon's mockery, Moira the Snake and Arthur the Hardy launch themselves at each other, weapons swinging. Sparks fly as club meets spear. The two fighters clash again and again, neither gaining the upper hand. Soon enough, both gladiators are gasping for breath, soaked in both sweat and blood from a dozen minor wounds. The audience is hushed. You could cut the tension with a knife. Then finally, Moira the Snake spots an opening. With a grunt, Moira the Snake swings her brutal club and makes contact with Arthur. Oh well, never mind. With Arthur the Hardy's skull. A sickening thud echoes across the arena. He falls to the floor, stunned, but still alive. Moira the Snake looks up at you, awaiting your verdict. Should Arthur the Hardy be allowed to leave? Give me thumbs up, thumbs down in chat. Give me thumbs up, thumbs down in chat. Is there an emoji for that? I actually don't even know. I see a bunch of kill him, kill him, kill him. Kill him, kill him, kill him. Yeah, this is actually the... But you know, it's my choice, but the king looks at the crowd. Be as noisy, like, this is the one opportunity to be as noisy as you want. No, I don't want to pull for this. I just want to look at the crowd. I think it was a good fight. It was a good fight. Let him live in dishonor. I think that we will kill him. I think we will kill him. Thumbs down. A harsh judgment, Your August Majesty, but such is the way of the arena. With a weird nod, Moira the Snake smashes down with her club, shattering Arthur the Hardy's skull. The audience roars their appreciation. Moira the Snake spits in the sand and strides out of the arena without a backward glance. A warrior's death. And the winner is Moira the Snake! By all deck leaders, what rotten luck. Congratulations, Your Esteemed Highness. No. What now? Oh, the Summer Games has many more diversions to offer, Your Esteemed Highness, all in good time. For now, shall we break for lunch? The next week of the Summer Games is packed with entertainment, athletic competitions, chariot races, copious amounts of wine, and above all, blood in the sand. On your journey back to the palace, you reflect that your attendance at the games has certainly helped cement the patricians' support. Can we please resolve the prediction and give the faithful Moira supporters the channel points that they deserve? The champion. Let's make a statue of her too. That was a great show. That was a great show. Good stuff. Good stuff, Morgrim. You put up a great show for us. Thank you. Thank you for providing these wonderful gladiators. Died against the stake. Thank you. Thank you. I got 21 points. You better bet more next time. You know, King Israel, you can eat even if I don't win. I love how chat was able to just go wild in chat for the Summer Games and how we all went back to normal after the combat ended. Yes, it was so sudden. I loved it. Congrats, Maito. You know, every time we get a joust or a duel or an arena in the Dynasty, I hope we get more and more of these. Because if we do, I want this to be the case. I want this to happen. Let's roll for the ambition and see if this is where the game ends for tonight. With the treasure and your adventurers in tow, you return to the cave door. Your husband Leopold walks at your side. We will open only for the faithful. Close your eyes, Your Majesty. Concentrate. Spirit of Moira, help me here. Breathe. Fuck! There's no way this is going so long. Oh my god! Your focus scatters and you open your eyes. Don't worry, Your Majesty. Maybe if you go back to the palace and pray for guidance. That is so silly. Calimaco really cannot get this shit straight. And it's also 2 AM and I work tomorrow morning. So I'm gonna probably read the next events a little bit more quickly. Let's start the auction. Exclamation mark fund, followed by the letter of the building of that you want to fund, followed by the amount of money you want to spend. Your options are lowering farming for the barons with the deer park by voting A, raising trade for the barons with the grand bazaar by voting B, raising authority with a monument by voting C, lowering authority with the theater by voting D, raising farming for the patricians with an aqueduct by voting E, and lowering stability with the prison by voting F. I'm gonna be letting you know when 20 seconds are left, which is now, then 10 and 5. And it's 10 seconds now. And 5 seconds now. Boom. Damn, look at all that money. This is so great to see. I see that some people have finally taken literally what I meant about spending. So let's see who is the biggest spender here. I see Hesperus spending a lot, a big part of their money on a theater. Let me write down Hesperus. And then we have Oceanus Ver spending all his money until the last coin to build the Grand Bazaar. Good stuff. Good stuff. The cutest theater. An irksome legacy, rogue golem, vineyard renovation. Why, this continues? Oh, look at that! Look at that! We got to see the last advisor name. This is so cool. Yeah, sorry about that, Morgrim. Look at that! Last NPC. We got all of them in the first reign. I bring good news. Woolsey, yeah. Chief Architect Woolsey. Bob the Builder. He's not a builder, he's an architect. I found it more than Hesperus on the Grand Bazaar. Maybe it was too late if it didn't show up. That may be the only reason. Like, if you find, like, that thing shows the highest bidder, so there's no way. Either it wasn't registered, or you were too late, or you didn't actually have that much money, but I don't think that's the case. I bring good news and strange news. The renovations of your new vineyard in the south are complete to my satisfaction. In addition, my workers found spoons, too many to count. Perhaps left behind by the hoardlings that infested the place. They are known to hoard things, after all. It's in the name. Clear the spoons out and then open up the vineyard. Yeah. It's a long process, but before long you have a swanky new vineyard, complete with a spacious spoon-free wine cellar. One question remains. What to do with the spoons? What the hell? Hoard them for yourself? Dispose of them? We got trumpets again. We got trumpets again. Spoon unboxing. May we have them back? Of course you can have them back. The Grandies are grateful that you returned their missing spoons, and your workers are grateful to be rid of them. Of course you can have them back. Thank you, Darkland Doom. Of course. I wouldn't keep your spoons from you. Hornblower scheme in action. Let's do the Rogue Golem first. Rogue Golem has crossed into your territory over the Ashmeaden border, Your Highness. This could be an exciting opportunity. What's so exciting about it? This is our chance to figure out how this golem magic works. We could even turn it against Ashmead. Your Majesty, the barons would drown their own grandmothers to gain an advantage over Ashmead, or over the patricians and grandees. Golems are an offense to the ninth god, and they're dangerous, but we should destroy it before it gets out of control. We might destroy it. We don't care about war. You know what? I'm gonna give you money to destroy it. Yeah. Who cares? Let's do it. Let's destroy it. We don't care about this kind of stuff. This sounds dangerous. Put that thing in the arena. Oh my god. That would be the best. That would be the best. Yeah, exactly, Dragonbeat, right? Like, we don't really care about that. It would be fun to duel. We could use it in the arena. That would be pretty good. Get my money back. It doesn't say how to destroy it. We'll see if it says it. Alright, I'm gonna be counting down from 5 here. Vote D to get some free money. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Destroy it. Me playing a vaguely heretical Grandee, more likely than you might think. Oh, that's interesting. By the ninth, this was our only chance to have even the playing field between us and Ashmead. You're all fools. The errant golem is smashed to pieces with hammers. It's for the best, most likely. With hammers, wow. In an arena. In the arena, indeed. Irksome Legacy, Petronia, what do you have for me? Your Majesty, about the treasures of the late Baroness Frederica. I heard there was a necklace of rubies amongst them. Where's the necklace now? This is of the utmost importance. I assume Grandee Dr. Anjo has it. And they will have no idea of the danger by the 9th. A frail monk in the 7th century wrote of a ruby necklace that drove those around it to sin. I believe the late Baroness Frederica had it in her collection. After all this time, it may have surfaced. This proof seems flimsy. The High Inquisitor draws herself up to her full height and fixes you with a steel glare. You doubt the word of a 7th century monk who was known for his wisdom? The necklace should be destroyed. It could be tested, but the holy reagents will be expensive. You call the council to discuss the situation. Grandee Dr. Angel looks exceedingly anxious. I'm sure there's no reason to seize this necklace, Your Holiness. Surely the High Inquisitor is mistaken. Does it look cool, though? So, I would say yes, it does. I'm gonna be doing this. Let us allow the Inquisition to do their thing, and I'm gonna let you choose how to go about it. Handing it over means that Dr. Anjo is not gonna have the necklace anymore. Having it tested means that they will get it back if the unholy influences are not found, I think. It's still going, Goofy, yeah. This is gonna be a super long one. This may be one of the longest streams that I've had in some time. It looks like it's gonna be A, 18 to 9, 19. Yeah, it's over double, so let's go with A. 90% chance? Don't, come on. I failed the 90% chance? This does not bode well. Dust, a bunch of O's, and a 2. Hello and welcome, and thank you for joining. How you doing? Single tier. Grandee Dr. Andrew reluctantly hands over the necklace to the Inquisition. It is never seen again. The Archbishop takes pity on him and sends a nominal fee of 15 gold as an apology, but that doesn't soothe anyone's nerves. When word gets around about what happened, no one is impressed about you giving in so easily. There are even rumors that the High Inquisitor now wears the necklace herself beneath her ceremonial robes. She refuses to even acknowledge such stories. If they were anywhere near the truth, the necklace is well hidden. Yeah, I really hope that too, Amy. God damn it. Let's go. Just a normal tax here. Just a normal tax here. So, an eerie feeling? Let's do an eerie feeling. I kind of want to do the ambition right away because it's super late for me, but if you don't mind, I'm going to do an eerie feeling and then the ambition. Because I feel that this might be related to the spoon thing again. Oh, it's not. I am most pleased with the new theater we built on my land, but the actors believe that the theater is cursed. They refuse to perform even a single play for us. Why do they believe that? Nobody knows. They just say it gives them a creepy feeling. What should we do? Okay. Paint puppies and clowns. So we're not going to raise the theater to the ground. I would use the High Inquisitor and challenge fate once more with an 80% roll that we might be failing here, because that's my life apparently. Yeah, why don't we send the priests? What could go wrong with an 80% roll, right? Please, God, I need to go to sleep. I need to sleep, please. 9th. Alright, it's 27, it's pretty clear to me. Have the High Inquisitor perform an exorcism? Thank God. Thank the 9th. The High Inquisitor reports back from the theater in a matter of weeks. First thing I noticed about the theater, no birdsong. There was something deeply wrong in that place. Nevertheless, we prayed to the 9th God, burned holy incense and performed our rites. We're still not sure of the cause of the curse, but I am pleased to report that we successfully cleansed the theater's aura. Okay. Famous soon to be last cursed words. God damn it. Wouldn't mind passing on it. Is it cool? Is it a cool event, or can it be skipped? Can I go with ambition? Nah, let's go. Come on, let's be honest. Nah, let's do it. Let's freaking do it. Your August Majesty, I'm as devout as anyone, but it's beyond ridiculous that for one day every week, all the shops shut, and no work gets done. I know, it's the 9th. I know, it's the 9th God's holy day, the day he rested after slaughtering the other gods like cattle. But must it interrupt trade? I'm leaving profit on the table. I need to remind you that the coast is the economic powerhouse, keeping the kingdom afloat. We should receive special dispensation. You want to carry on working through the day of rest. Not me personally, just my employees. This is sacrilege, by the way. How long have you been standing there? The 9th ensures I appear where I am most needed. I assure you, High Inquisitor, I have nothing but the utmost devotion for the 9th, but I need to think about my profits. Okay. Allow people to work on holy days, but only in the coast. Allow people to work on holy days throughout the kingdom. Keep the weekly day of rest. Do we even care? I mean, I would go for a gamble here. Just because they're the ones who requested it, but I would be more than okay with giving the day of rest here. I would be more than okay with that. Yeah, Petronia teleportation powers. Oh wow, look at the Grandees being religious here. Incredible. Look at the Grandees. They've been voting kind of split, but here it's almost unanimous. Good stuff. 16 to 77. Gonna count down from 5, but it's pretty clear. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and 0. Boom. Let's go. Pinky Monier this is. But the 9th, fine, I'll just go back to propping up this kingdom's economy, shall I? On the way back to her villa, Pinky Monier is mocked by religious zealots, held in makeshift stocks for a week, and pelted with dung and rotting meat. We need to kill those people. The common folk find it hilarious, and church donations triple overnight. Any rumors that the High Inquisitor was involved are totally unfounded. Well, never mind. It's not necessarily religious, but the day of rest is status quo. That's a good point. That's a good way to see it. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, no worries, Goofy. With the treasure and your adventurers in tow, you return to the cave door. Your husband Leopold walks at your side. It will open only for the faithful. Who is there in the world more faithful than me? Still playing at 2:15 AM when I have to work tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, by the way. More faithful than me? No one is more faithful than me. In fact, I have 100%. A bright golden light flares behind your eyes, but you keep your breath steady. King Calimaco literally brute forced the golden door. You hear the door rumble open. When you open your eyes, the tunnel ahead is utterly dark. Even the torches do not illuminate it. As soon as you step into the chamber, the torches snuff out. A hideous scream echoes from below. The adventurers scramble into protective stance while the treasurer wails. Oh, this is awful, dreadful. I should have stayed in my office. I have to say, I feel similarly. Do you even have enough air left? Shh. Shh. Sorry, I'll stay calm. You put out your hands and feel your way along the wall, then your fingers touch something. Could this be it? Yeah, let me in. As you grip the scepter, it glows gold, chasing away the dark shadows of the chamber. It looks like a simple wooden staff like any peasant might use for walking, but the glow is as bright as the sun. It's a scepter, your majesty. You've done it. We have the kingdom in the palm of our hand. I love this. Oh god, which one is more Calimaco? Not eliminated poverty for sure. We don't care about poverty. We want to become rich, but we don't care about poverty. Conquer the world, we don't care. Destroy the enemies. I think it might be destroying the enemies. Yep, destroy the enemies. Goodness! Well, we must call the nobles first and tell them the good news. Bearing the scepter, you make your way through the tunnels and back into the sunlit forest. As soon as you return to the capital, you call the nobles to the council hall. Go straight in to make the announcement. Yeah. The treasurer holds a velvet cushion upon which the Scepter of Sages sits. It looks small and ordinary, but you sense the weight of its history. But you finally won the role after you started leaning on the church and maintaining the faith? That's a good point, but I wouldn't draw that link, you know? Leopold strides at your side, glaring at every noble you pass. Behind you, your heir Calimaco II toddles along, hand in hand with his governess. What's going on, your holiness? Why have we been brought here? I wanted to call you for a little chat. The nobles fall silent as you ascend to your throne and settle yourself comfortably. King Calimaco has descended to the darkest depths of the Black-Wheeled Forest and has retrieved the Scepter of Sages. Excited and worried whispers ripple around the council hall. As bearer of the Scepter of Sages, the king has sealed his destiny as King Calimaco the Enlightened. How do we know it's real? It could be any old staff. Bastardio, I may have bad news for you. You pick up the scepter. The scepter begins to glow, bathing the council hall in warm golden light. The nobles gasp and fall silent. Beside you, Calimaco II claps his hands in delight. Excellent work, Calimaco. It becomes clear that even the grumpiest of nobles will never dare speak against you while you bear the Scepter of Sages. Finally, you are secure in your throne and your kingdom. Your victory is here, but your future has only just begun. And that's gonna be a GG, everyone! Good game! This is the first monarch in our long dynasties that survives the episode 1. First monarch to win episode 1 of a long dynasty. Good game! Yeah. The barn's attempt to worm their way into the palace was uncovered and a number of arrests were made. Baron Tialis ended his life chained upside down to a dungeon wall. The Grandis continued to throw accusations of witchcraft and heresy at their enemies. Everyone gradually learned to ignore them. All that remained of the patricians' attempt to usurp the crown was a prisoner, deep under the palace, clad in an iron mask and shrouded in rumor. Backed by the scepter's power, King Calimaco's rule spanned another 15 years of peace and stability. A golden age of prosperity swept over the kingdom. In his will, the king instructed that the scepter be reburied, to be claimed only by a worthy successor. And let's see what the name is here. King Calimaco, the Rich, which is very fitting to what he wanted to do, right? Bring prosperity and richness to and wealth to the kingdom. That's pretty cool. First attempt was Calimaco started had doubts about himself and his decision. Second failed attempt when he was slowly regaining faith in himself. I don't know. I think he wasn't. My interpretation of the ambition roles was he just simply was not the kind of monarch that Queen Alma had in mind. He was not pure of heart, but he was determined enough that he somehow found a way to brute force the Golden Door. That's it. Like it doesn't show his true heart. It shows his determination. Rich in everything, glory, money, and power. Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Richest noble, and so less prestigious, is Horizon to rule. Poorest noble is Lelkotlen, who's not on my most spendful people, unfortunately. So yeah, you gotta spend better, Lelkotlen. But this still makes you respected, the fact that you're spending your money. And then, let's see the heir. Oh my god, Calimaco II is a mess. Look at that. Wait, I think this is a... Yeah, look at this. Oh my god, Calimaco II fights in the arena. There's a scratch mark here. No, it's not a duel. There's a scratch mark here. A beast in the arena tore away one of his eyes. It's an arena. You can barely see that there's two signs, and when there's more than one sign, it's the 3 claw scratch mark. So this is... Yeah. This is an arena fighting scar. Some kind of beast gauged one of his eyes out. Gouged, rather. Yeah. This is super cool. This is super cool. I like it. Alright. Alright. I'm really curious to see what Calimaco II will be like next time. So this was, everyone, episode 1 of the Bladesong Dynasty, our new RP recurring dynasty. We're going to be continuing this next week, next Wednesday at around 9:30 p.m. Central European Time. I hope you're there for episode 2, because we've only just started. Absolutely get over into Discord and start role-playing. Start dueling, start jousting, start fighting in the arena. I want to see all your lore and all your fights. Thank you so much for playing. I'll see you in episode 2.